Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Down2Frag game #8. Team Big Flex on the Survivor side here, going against Team Polestar. EU versus Asia, clash of two completely different regions. We are going to be seeing the first hit coming out here. Charger, Jockey, Boomer and Smoker. Charger rocketing in, nice one boom landing. Smoker missing the pull, Jockey landing on Nick for a couple tick. Pretty well taken by the survivors. How about we do a quick roster rundown? I'm currently here with my buddy Migo, my buddy Caution.
We got Fortune, Mudda, and Tosh and No Fellows. Is that what it is?
Yes. And what about for Polestar, Caution?
Team Polestar, we have Akari, Red, ZZZ, and TB.
Nice. We've seen
that's declared.
it's a nice little bit of spit damage tick there. Nice boom coming out onto Coach right there. Hunter Wayne looking for some scratches, gets picked off pretty nicely there by the Uzi player top, and they're just gonna push straight through here, looking towards spawning this tank. Where is this tank exactly?
I think it's out in the open. I think they could push forward if they want to. Really depends how they want to play this tank, but if you can get out here in this open area by the ammo near the tree at the back, it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen this tank played so far. All the matches I've casted and watched, it's either been in the corner there or it's been a safe room tank, so this would be quite interesting.
Another hit come in, that's a 3-cap landing.
That's
a very nice
way to set it.
And a re-pull as well to stop the clear on the job. Insane. That's actually going to make the Muda slow. Was that a quad? I didn't actually.
That was definitely a quad.
Damn, that was a really nice try-cat from that quad. Obviously, they are playing the away game. Team Polestar currently sitting at around an average of about 170, 180 ping across the whole team here. Of course, their highest ping play being Red with 205. They're doing pretty well so far. Really nice pre-tank damage. Nice boom coming out onto the alarm car with the alarm car pop, setting off the alarm car horn.
Skeet once. Two skeet.
Oh, that's nice. Onshin showing us that he is still the Left 4 Dead 1 king of skeeting. And they're going to continue to push up here. Probably going to opt to take the hordes somewhere in this room, maybe here, or maybe up on very close to spawning the tanks, so they got to be pretty careful not to push forward here. Looks like for the next hit here, we have a Boomer, Jockey, Charger, and Smoker. They're just taking their time.
Nice
Charger go. Oh, double charge with a jockey as well. And a full reset. God, that's...
Team Polestar is getting some really good hits here on this ping.
This is actually really impressive. They're landing almost every jockey with that ping, which is really hard to do. And they continue pushing up here. Lot of pre-tank damage. Coach and Ellis on the brink of being... Hunter coming in.
200s coming in, landing. Good spit.
The spit, that's gonna make Coach slow.
That's gonna make a lot of damage from motion.
These hits from Polestar have been doing work at the moment.
Yeah, this is really impressive stuff here. I was pretty hyped to see this team in action. They're ranked number 2 in the Chinese scene currently. I mean, I'd personally never heard of them until the tournament had sign-ups that actually been posted up, so it'd be interesting to see how these guys play. So far, they have not ceased to impress me.
Tank is spawning up. Alright, looks like they're going back. All the way back, actually. This is interesting, considering how much damage they've taken.
This is probably the safest play for them to take. I believe they take in the room with this amount of pre-tank damage. They're probably going to get wiped just because of the fact that they're going to be low punches. This is definitely the safe play. This does mean they're going to have to rerun the entirety of the map after tank if they survive, which is, judging by how they've taken hits so far, might be a detriment to them.
And can actually cut them off, maybe. But no, they can't.
So I'd say they're just hoping to fight it in the safe room and take next to no damage, because it can be pretty rough sometimes. playing as tank when the survivors are in the safe room. Can get a lot of pre-chip as he's hitting cars in. This first area.
Those Uzis from Zonemod, those are gonna, that's a chip Uzi right there, that's just gonna melt him coming. He's taking the left side shortcut here, meaning that he's gonna take less chip coming in, but he's not gonna have any cars to push them any. There's a tank coming in.
Hunter, boom, retarded.
Boom again, nice.
Ooh, nice 2-punt.
Hunter pouncing around, gets the pounce onto. Still pretty good damage right now. This tank's doing work. Gonna look for a long arm maybe. Gets on to Nick for a full in cap. Another long arm to Ellis. This tank is doing a lot of work. Almost no support. He's really trying for these. That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is kind of the problem when you've already taken that much pre-chip before tank running all the way back. And then they've taken what, two, almost 3 in caps.
Yeah, that is, it's just, yeah, too much pre-tank damage. They were all low punches at that point. This is not looking too good for Team Big Flex over for their home server.
We got all survivors slow right now. One more set of kills.
And one player, 1 HP at the back, does nicely dodge a tongue and a really nice ski coming. Jockey does land for the in cap though, but very well taken by survivors. Spit gonna go in for a fast delay. Nick actually taking some damage there, falling back down above Spit.
I need you for a little longer, so let's get you back.
They're going to continue making their way through the map. They could potentially actually get to safe room. They're very low HP. They just took another set of pills, and I think they're just going to start moving their way
They're going to check the pill box? Alright then. Oh, he didn't check it. He closed the door.
Oh no, I can see 2 pills in there as well.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's really unfortunate.
Oh, nice charge.
Nice charge coming in. Some scratches from a very long arm. Nice ski coming out from Muda onto Akari right there. Stopping that from being a double cap. And they're going to continue moving. They sadly did miss the double pills, which is a big L.
Yeah, they really needed those pills.
We got a smooth one off of that. Instant cleared.
You are messed up if you don't get
Nice clear by Honshin right there, but that is going to delay the pickup and allow the spawns to come up for probably a fast hit here with Boomer.
Boomer pre-spawn.
Getting nicely. Honshin obviously showing his left-footed to experience. So he's played on some pretty decent teams, including Liechtenstein and Miracle Wipe. So it'll be interesting to see how he commands his team right now.
Yeah, these survivors are gonna be moving pretty slow with this guy in the
Yeah, they're gonna continue moving on through the map here, taking it very slow. Obviously, Nick is 1 HP. I don't know if he's not black and white though. Damn. Coming in, Pounce landing an absolute mile away. Lucky he did manage to chip the Hunter enough where he could just get it cleared from that. But Nick is now black and white, and this is looking pretty rough for Team Big Flex right now. I don't see them making safe room with this HP.
Yeah, considering the ping difference, this is not what you want to see map 1 on your home server.
And they're not making any points right now because they were back to tank, so.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. All coming out, almost landing on the car alarm. Nice clear onto the time, however.
That is a car alarm.
That is a car alarm right there. Player accidentally shooting it whilst trying to clear the job. So they're going to have another equivalent of a quad boom coming in. And they might just opt to just push through this horde instead of holding it out here. They're bleeding, they're slow. They really just want to try go for as much distance as possible. Nice ski coming out there. There's a double cap coming now for an in cap onto Tosh and Coach, and a kill onto Rochelle. So I believe that's making Ellis black and white. I'm not quite sure about Coach, but that's at least 2 players black and white right now. This is pretty damn rough.
Nick and Tosh are black and white right now.
Actually, they're all black and white by the looks of it. Nice arc boom coming out from below with a spear on top, and they're just stuck in that spear right now. Honshin, and that's a wipe. Damn, that is some pretty rough going for Team Big Flex. Getting absolutely destroyed on their home server, just eating hit up. Some really nice skeets coming out, but just not enough. And Team Polestar are gonna be very happy with their performance right now on their away server.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of these Chinese teams are really good on their home server, so you can't really be affording to not making your own map on your home server.
Yeah.
Team Big Flex is gonna have to step it up a little bit.
It's gonna be a pretty difficult game for Team Big Flex, right?
Seems like they might not know the map that well, considering didn't know that pillbox was in that second room downstairs.
That really killed them, in my opinion.
Yeah,
They could have made a lot of this. But we're going to be seeing some ready ups going out here. I have never seen Team Polestar play proper Survivor here as a team before, so even on ping, let's see how well they do. They are, of course, as I said, ranked number 2 in China.
Ellis, I really think the
And a horn genting coming out for Team Big Flex.
Hit coming in, charger going in, misses. Nice pull, actually lands. Separation there for a pound as well. A couple of jockey ticks there. Nice boomer proxy onto Nick. That's some pretty nice damage right there onto Nick and Coach.
Yeah, seeing a bit of life come out of Team Big Flex on their infected first hit.
Really like it. These guys, of course, have played together for a little bit. I know Tosh and Muda have been together for a while. Hodgson's always been in that kind of EU mix scene, just playing around a little bit. So these guys have got a decent amount of chem. Be nice to see how it works in this matchup right here.
Looks like Charger's looking for a spawn from behind. And they get it.
Lands
Two
it.
cap at the
Ooh,
front.
this
That was a nice two
Cap
cap.
with a pound. Sadly, the pounce is going to give Nick quite a lot of god frames there, but still a lot of damage. Ellis dropping all the way down there into the...
Reloading.
Now we're just going to see Team
Sorry, my
Polestar
mum came
pushing
into my
forward.
room. XD,
Down
XD.
valley. Reloading.
So next hit, Boomer, Smoker, Charger, Jockey. They should be looking to try and set up what they 2-boom coming in actually. It's good. Oh, double charge.
Really nice double charge with the horde coming up. That's some really nice chip damage here. Seeing some really nice charges landing out from Team Big Flex right now. You've actually not missed a charger yet.
I've seen a few teams with that boomer on that first level just rocket in when you can just arc and stand next to the car and get an alarm car essentially.
Yeah, it's very it's quite hard to dodge the arc boom there, and you can't really pop it without setting off the alarm car. Really nice pop going out. Only managing to proxy onto next hunter lands with the spit on top again. Some nice damage right there. Nick being brought all the way down now is slow and 33 HP. This is some nice pre-tank damage, but I don't think this is as much as we saw coming out onto Big.
They're gonna go for it? They are going.
Well, they're gonna go for this thing.
I actually like this, very aggressive.
Smart play, very smart play.
Tank is actually gonna make sure they don't go into this open area here and actually push around.
There is a hittable back here somewhere. Or maybe it's in the first area back here.
I believe there's a hittable by the safe room, but he's opted just take a very interesting path here. Are we not realizing this?
They just look like they're going forward.
Actually gonna run in.
They might just outrun this tank and just run to the safe room.
They could easily do it. The tank is very far away. He's gonna barely be able to keep sight, but the side's just gonna push on through. Charger actually landing for a loss of horde coming in. Hunter and Smoker pre-spawn coming and trying to slow down. Nice ski onto Nofos right there from red.
Oh, this tank is gonna have to go on slow. Yeah, solo. Has to go on solo. I don't think he's gonna be able to catch one.
Oh, I think this is the hittable car, right? This white one.
Yeah, this one. Not the white one,
They're just gonna go in now. They just pushed him away.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
It's
really
gonna be a lot of points for it.
Oh no, that is not what you want to be seeing on Team Big. Tank taking a very awkward path, going all the way around, trying to get behind them. But instead, that kind of outplayed himself, allowing the survivors to just push forward there with almost nothing stopping them and making
If
a
you're
pretty hefty
Polestar at the
opponent.
moment, you're happy with that.
Hell
Tank
yeah, man.
made a pretty big error trying to go around to get some sort of hittable. I guess he didn't know about the hittable near the safe room.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. And Potion now probably one of the better tanks on his team, being wasted like that on the EU home server. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think we're just seeing a little bit of lack of map knowledge from Team Big Flex. I don't think they probably would have played this map too much.
Yeah, these guys are pretty, they don't scrim too much together. I did scrim them a couple of days ago on the map, but obviously that's only one game on the map, and they probably still don't know too much about it, so that's really unfortunate that map knowledge is getting the better of them right now.
It's going to be a 100-point lead going in the second map.
Yeah, Team Big Flex is going to have to step up on this round. They're going to need a wipe, and to make it with decent bonus.
Yeah, this is not looking too good right now. 1.2k for the away game is pretty insane. That is definitely, you'd be very happy if you're Polestar right now with that score. Tanks are actually at 52% as well. I'm not quite sure where this spawns. You guys have any idea?
I think it's in the room, right?
Yeah, down near the little bar where you run back into the open area.
No, I think it's like downstairs. Like this.
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom of the staircase here or something.
Yeah, roughly around there. But
Either
they should
way,
run it back to the open area.
yeah, this is definitely gonna be an open area, and when Polestar play the Infected, the long arms is definitely gonna give them an advantage of just getting some really nasty punches onto the survivors. So that'll be pretty funny to watch. Team Big Flex are gonna need something pretty big here coming out onto the Infected side if they want to try claw back some points for their home server.
It looks like they have the spawns to do it. Charge, a jockey, smoker, and a spitter on this first hit. They really need a big hit here.
Yeah, Tri-Cat with Spit would be really ideal right now. Definitely I see a lot of teams starting to improvise with their hits in this particular area here, finding out different spots. It's pretty cool to see how different teams actually utilize the map in different ways for the SI. But it looks like they are just going to be sending it all from the same two roofs here, which is probably not ideal. Also, shout out iPad Rajesh. Hello. Thank. Saying hello.
Good old
to my
Rajesh.
friend. Rajesh. Very slow ready ups out here. Do I have time to get a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Watch them leave and they ready up.
Alright, just waiting on Tosh to ready up, and he's ready. So round 2's live.
Let's get to the street.
Charger, jockey, smoker, spitter.
Yeah, it looks like
Smoker's gonna
they
get
got
a
that
good
full
smoke. Charge.
Oh, instant
Spit,
clear.
that's
That was a huge instant clear.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Not much. It looked like they might have got a decent charge, but Polestar annihilated the charger. Kind of got pushed forward out of the spit.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Two hunters spawned. They're going in.
That's
Left with one hit.
Pounce.
Nice separation pounce there. Oh, good
Really
call.
nice onto red there for some good everything else getting pretty much insta-cleared or shot down, however, and Pulsar just going to continue to push through the map.
Yeah, they've got this choke here.
Yeah, this is a pretty nasty choke if you're on high ping here. The jockeys almost always land and it's just really scary, but they are just going to nicely push through it here and out into this open area. Probably take one more hit before the tank, and indeed that's what we're going to be seeing right now.
Yeah, so we've just got Charger and Jockey pre-spawned in the back, just waiting for this Hunter maybe.
It's now coming in. Charge actually landing onto Ellis, but getting completely insta-cleared. Spit pretty slow onto Ellis, getting a couple of ticks as he has a long get. Not too much coming out of that attack. Nice ski onto Muda by TB right there. And now they're probably just going to go and spawn the tank and run all the way back.
We have guns here.
Yeah, I think tank spawns in this big road. Maybe.
Actually a lot further than I thought. Holy crap. It's in this nice long room.
And one should be up here in a second. They have a boomer set up for behind. Oh, he misses the boom. Oh, nice
He gets a
proxy.
Nice double proxy there with a nice clear.
That's
on
tanked
the
up a lot of common actually. This could
I
be
think
a...
they're gonna run back.
This is probably an instant commit if I've ever seen one. That common is like, it's getting stuck and it's coming in really. You could probably try catch up and just commit with this small horde right here.
Yeah, it's really probably going to be the best option. A bit of common in this 3 cap. Hopefully.
Especially
yeah.
the pot he's coming from.
See what Muda can do here. Like his horde is dead, he's gonna opt to just wait and maybe sack a hunter or two. Hunters are okay in this area.
2 runners in a charge.
Charge is
Takes
not
one
ideal
out.
for this area. Tank
2
going
people
in.
up top, those hunters need to get them.
Nick gets stuck.
Nick actually gets stuck, giving him an early corner here in the
This is
open area.
Oh, that's hard.
Hunter going in a bit prematurely there, and next one getting. Tank has nothing left now, and his Charger's just aimlessly running around looking for something. That was some really bad coordination on support right there.
Yeah,
That's
that
too
hunter went in way too early.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
was
an easy clear for Team Polestar right there.
Yeah, only taking 1 in-cab, which is about standard for this tank, and they're just going to push through the map now. Wade with a pretty hefty bonus as well.
Yeah, somebody don't need these.
Yeah, Team Polestar definitely turning up.
Yeah, 1162 right now. This is not looking too good for Team Big Flex, and I don't see them make too much damage here. Jockey again, nice
He gets shut
M2.
down really bad.
Nice tri-boom there with potentially a spit delay. Indeed, that's what tri-booms with this ping are pretty devastating. So that's going to slow them down a lot. Even if the hit is down, they might actually, if they're fast, be able to push past this choke. But it looks like this horde is just going to slow them down enough to where Team Big Flex is going to have a pretty nice hit coming down into this nasty drop choke.
So I'm thinking they're gonna go, try to go for a quad, maybe? Yeah, we have a quad.
Indeed.
2 runners,
That's what we're
Jockey and a
seeing.
Charger.
Pretty good here. You ideally want to smoke it for this area just to open up the hip. Still pretty nice. Having a Charger Jockey for stumbles. Actually going to send it in.
I feel like he didn't coordinate well with his team right there with that hunter.
Yeah, Hunter seems to be going in early once again, and now they're just going to take this nasty choke with high ping. I don't agree with sending the quad right there.
Yeah. I think it's just lack of map knowledge. Maybe they didn't know how bad this choke can be, especially on ping.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. That's definitely a potential wipe with the quad there. So, and given that choke for free, now they're just going to keep pushing through here.
Nice 2-boom coming out. They did have a 2-2, so this is... Oh, and it gets skeeted as well. So Team Polestar just gonna deal with this horde and then press through. They're looking pretty good here on this away server. Got quite a bonus at the moment. Currently at a 1028 bonus on 200 ping.
That's actually
This is-
insane.
This team is definitely showing up.
They know what they're doing here. They're probably just going to opt to hold out the Horde. They have a lot of health and a lot of pills. They're just going to take it nice and slow here. Horde on ping is pretty nasty, so they wait it out and play the infected on their terms.
Reload. Reload.
Seeing a boom come out, looking for some sort of arc right now. Actually getting nicely popped by ZZZ at the back there, and they're not going to opt to push with one spawn down. They're actually going to wait and just let them have the quad, which is definitely the right play in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah, with the way Polestar's shutting down these hits, they just don't want to get common locked here, really.
Exactly.
Just finishing off some common right now.
But we got another quad going out. 100 chargers, smoker and jockey.
Go. Hopefully they opt to actually save it for the tunnel. Landing a quad when they're on the bridge is pretty much impossible, and indeed that's what they're actually sending it in right now here. A bit early in my opinion. Everything just getting absolutely deleted. Hunter getting nicely skidded in the tunnel. Only the jockey actually landing for any significant damage. That's really unfortunate.
I'm not sure who it was. One of the Polestar members like almost instantly picked that smoker that pre-spawned.
Yeah, Team Polestar really showing that they know what they're doing right now. Even on the high pings here, they're just breezing through the maps.
They're gonna be able to get this last hit. Yep.
Oh, they're just in. That's a big bonus for ping. 976.
Almost 3,000.
That's a high score that a lot of teams see on their, home server, let alone on their away. That is absolutely huge. Almost 3k coming out after the first 2 chapters with a 200 ping average around. That's pretty insane.
What?
Team Big Flex is gonna have to make it in with a lot of bonus to match this off.
They're pretty much going to take this tank impeccably and just shut down every hit and make it with at least match them on bonus and then wipe them next map. They want to make any sort of leeway on their server here coming into their away server, because right now they're being destroyed.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work some magic on these next 2 maps. Like 3k on the away server is, I think it's maybe one of the biggest scores we've seen on that kind of ping. And this is only the first 2 maps.
That's absolutely insane. We're going to be seeing a Spitter Jockey Charger Smoker here.
Gibbs Jr., we're coming for you, baby.
Is that the same hit they had?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, thank God. I've seen lots of weird save from hit changes when you're changing over for some reason. It's weird.
Joker's gonna.
Charger actually landing with a spit, actually missing.
Yeah, spit did not land on that end.
Okay, thank God. Getting a spit charge on those stairs is pretty nasty there. But lucky spit misses, and they're just going to push through the map. Only any significant damage coming in onto Ellis there.
I'm a reload.
Let's jump down.
Hey, some guns here.
But it's a 2 boom going out.
Right, nice. 2 boom arc. Hit coming in. Hunter's flagging. Muda getting pounced up. As he cleared Jockey in front, and then the pounce.
That's a lot of damage going out on that grid.
That's a lot of damage. The team just not really coordinating their positions very well. Everyone just leaving Muda up there by himself to get repounced, and they're gonna see a lot of damage coming out to Muda. Almost half his HP just gone. I'm gonna try push past this choker. They do have a charge spit. They might try to do something snazzy. Indeed, they're gonna pretty slow on the SI here. Actually, the only sloppy thing I've seen Polestar do so far is just the very slow spawns. They're gonna go back and respawn their hit. Pretty good hit to have for the inside hits. They're probably just gonna save it.
Yeah, I think they realized that, going out in that kind of open area with that kind of hit is not worth it. Just gonna go for that close quarter charge spit.
For sure, and yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
Respawn from behind, coming in.
Going
nice
for some sort of full charger getting absolutely deleted by the shotgun. Spitter getting picked, and that is all she wrote for that hit.
That's what you like to see coming out of Flex. They just shut down that hit.
We got
Completely.
Really impressive. They are gonna get a couple of pills on the bench there. Maybe prematurely popping pills for some reason. Maybe they plan to take it in this long room here where they have to spawn it.
Hope not, because this tank has some type
Very long arms, yeah. Nice pounce to the back.
Oh, nice.
And in the front with again completely out of position. Always, it's the problem I'm seeing with Team Big Flex right now. They always have a player out of position when they're hoarded, and it's just like nobody is covering them.
Alright, so they are running back, which I think is the correct play. As Mega said, you don't want to fight that kind of tank down there with the long arms.
For sure, they are gonna run all the way back. Gonna take them. Nice television coming out with a punch charge as well, almost a slam. Tank might just opt to start committing with that. Let's see where he is. He's actually really close. He might just commit and. No, he's gonna decide to actually wait for spawns. Maybe the better call in the long run.
It's a decent stat if they get separated a bit. Smoker, Jockey, Hunter. Maybe looking for that early pull forward. That Smoker's priest looks like he's spawning up top.
Looks like it. Coach is doing a good job blocking. Smoker does get a spawn, however, looking maybe for something here. Nice punch onto Rochelle. Rochelle actually jumping over the tank and juking a punch out there and actually getting out of a corner. That's pretty impressive stuff by Rochelle. Tosh getting long armed. Right now they're just trying to avoid as much damage as possible, trying to dodge those long arms. That was a really nice juke.
That was a good take for the survivor stuff.
I'm a reload.
Yeah, Rochelle actually jumping over the tank when cornered there from the stairs and just juking out a punch and getting out the corner. Pretty impressive stuff by No.
All right, weapons.
I'm going to be seeing them pushing their way through the map. Once for the next hit here, we have a Hunter, Boomer, Spitter, and Charger. Pretty strong 2-2 hit if I've ever seen. It is coming in. Hunter getting deleted, Boomer getting popped, Charger getting melted. Spit has nothing to land.
Overall, a pretty decent take right there from Team Big Flex.
Definitely Team Big Flex's Survivor is already improving. Maybe they're just warming up map 1 here. They're starting to really pop off.
Bullshit. Let's get down these stairs. Hey, let's jump together.
We're gonna have a quad for this drop. See how they. Oh,
Nice ski onto red by Haunter. Next Hunter does, however, land onto him, but still nice ski. Smoker pull onto him, making him. Does get cleared, however, and they're sitting at a decent health bonus right now, matching Polestar for what?
Wait, is it lagging?
Oh no. Okay, we're good.
Alright.
We might need these.
Nice Charger shutdown, or the separation.
Goddamn dude.
Nice skeet actually there from Muda. They just need to be pushing this hard now. Get up to that next area. Because they really need the points from this map. They can't really afford to lose too much more bonus.
They really just gotta pretty much take every hit like they've taken for the last couple and just wade their way through the map here and try to preserve this bonus. They are gonna be going to the left side, not actually realizing that the SI have rocket spawns into their faces. Charger coming in, landing onto Rochelle. Almost getting a slam. I do not agree with them going onto the left side there into the dark. The SI can just rock into their faces because there's no light. And it could be pretty bad there. They take it pretty well, however, and they're going to continue to push to the second section of the event. Probably opting to hold out the horde. Not really bleeding out in any way right now, so.
Oh, nice Boomer pop there.
Nice Boomer push by Tosh, and Hunter's going to be going in. Landing up top. Spitter does miss, though, however. Tosh standing in it.
So he gets pulled down, actually. So. Yeah, they just have to go here.
Yeah, I would definitely just push with their health right now. Tosh actually popping his pills,
Oh,
still
no.
low again.
This is not looking good right
SI are
You come in
coming up,
delay.
going for the delay, landing onto Coach. Now the rest of the spawns coming up. Hunter looking for another delay right now. Indeed, that's what he's doing. The next two spawns coming in. They're very staggered spawns. It's going to be very annoying to pick this player up right now.
Once they get up, no fez. They just need to pill and go.
Yeah, they need to
But they
stop.
slowed
don't
him
have
down
enough
a little bit,
pills.
so they're gonna have another hit up front.
Oh no, this is not looking too good for Team Big Flex. Their health is very low right now. They're opting not to pop that last set of pills on them right now, which is probably a mistake.
Hunter pre-spawn at the front.
Bit of pre-spawning. Hunter getting nicely picked. Jockey
Oh,
getting
Smoker
annihilated.
missed.
Okay, does land, but gets
really
cleared. That was a very good take by Survivors there with the HP that they had. And they're going to preserve 2 pills here coming into the safe room for a little bit of extra bonus. Total 507. Not too bad for the Survivors here, but it's not really what you want to be seeing right now for your home server when the other team makes it in with almost 1 shot.
The Charger's gonna get an instant
Nice
clear.
clear.
He's gonna try to go for a scratch, but didn't make it.
They did claw back some points, but this is not looking too. Team Polestar almost doubling their score right now. They've really got to make some big plays on map 3 and 4 right now.
Yeah, at this
Switching
point,
to the sacrifice. Okay.
they just need wipes now. They can't afford not to wipe them. They've already got a huge score for their aways a game.
Yeah,
Team
this is not
Polestar.
too good. That's so annoying. I have to toggle spec card every chapter. My god. Actually, probably a good point here. We should limit slots to, I believe it's 12. No. It's 13.
Reloading.
Yeah, let's try to get the slots limited and the specs kicked right now.
So personally, this map I'd just like to see Flex maybe go for a quad or something before this tank. Because they definitely need to stop Team Polestar even making distance at this point.
Definitely, I'd probably be going for just sacking this boomer really fast. Probably just trying
Oh,
to
they
go
actually
for a quad or a
can't.
spit or something.
They have a 2-hunt start, so if they sack the boomer, they're going to get a spitter.
That's really unfortunate. They really need a quad right now. This is not what they want. They might just opt to send the hole here and kill boomer last. That's probably what I'd do and just have a really nice tri-cap for the next.
Yeah, they really need, as I said, stop and distance is even huge at this point.
Hey, over. I owe you one.
I'm going to be going alive right for the first hit. Hunter, Smoker, and Boom. Boomer behind the wall. Probably going to look for an arc here. I would elect to send the Boomer last right now just to be safe. Hunter pre-spawned on the roof, maybe looking for some form of DP. Both Hunters get Boomer coming in with a nice double boom. Hunter's coming in.
What is it, nice?
That's a good 3-cap there.
That's a nice 3-cap, and actually Smoker's still alive. Boomer getting picked.
Oh, no.
Smoker actually dying last, which is not a good idea. That's unfortunate. They just messed up the sack order there.
He should have saved that. He definitely could have. They weren't going to kill him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They might just... I do believe they will still get a tri-cap.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Exit coming up here. Charger, Spitter, Jockey, and Hunter. Not too bad coming in. They might go for some sort of death charge here, like we saw coming out onto South Stars yesterday. If you hadn't watched that match, you definitely go check. Pretty wild. Charger coming in, actually missing. Nice 2-cap at the front though. Very slow clears. Still jockeyed in the corner with a lot of spit on.
That was a really good hit, considering that only 2 spawns landed.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Charger, unfortunately, actually, I believe landed on one of the players' heads and then just whiffs the charge. Really nice 2-cap in the front with Spear, just did a lot of damage. See another hit coming in there. Arc Boom actually getting popped. Nice pounce coming out. Nice 2-cap with a pull there for a couple more ticks of damage. And Polestar just going to push up and maybe try to trigger this tank while the spawns are down and get some nice early chip.
Oh, he's trying to do the jumps.
It's actually unfortunate though.
He needs to be careful of the rock if he stays that close.
Reloading.
He's just going to opt to open up normally. You can actually time this curve right now if you wanted to.
Tank just punching, he's like, let me out.
Well, they made it a jockey out though.
Yeah, they're actually pushing the jockey right now. Actually picking the jockey off complete. That's one that's supposed to distract for when he wants to go for the cross. That's really unfortunate. Now they're just going to open it up and just delete the tank. Hit coming in. Lots of chip coming out to the tank. Double cap does land, however, with a slam from the charger. Tank only taking about 700 chip with the slam from the charger. That's actually a really good cross.
TB's slogan, he's going to have to pill. He does straight away. I don't know if I would have pilled straight away, but
yeah, that was probably a bit of a premature pill. Now we're just going to be seeing a rock tank coming out from Team Big Flex, trying to maybe get as much chip damage in as possible before the tank is forced to commit.
Let's see what Tosh can do with this tank. Hopefully he looks for a wipe.
He's actually second already, deciding not to keep Sai and just pushing right in with his car. Car not really working in his favor right now. Hopefully he doesn't hit out of play. Indeed he does. We have this Hunter, Smoker, and Boomer to help him out here. Boomer looking for a spawn. Tank trying to push them around with this car. Not having any luck. Nice arc coming out the back. Tank's really struggling right now. Not really knowing what he wants to. Down to about 3k. Coach nicely kiting the comment right now and shooting the tank. Hittable coming in, just barely missing onto. Tank does have a corner on the boom target. Indeed, incaps him. Boat damage coming out to Ellis. About 30 damage coming out to him. Tank dies. And that's some pretty nice spread of damage right there, but definitely not what they needed.
Exactly.
Nice
We got a 2-1 out. I feel like the tank played around with the car too much on that.
Yeah, he focused his car a little bit too much there, and the survivors had time to kite back despite having the horde coming in. And
especially with that one boom at the front. I'm not sure if you saw that guy at the front. He was common locked for a while.
yeah, he
Tank could have just committed with the 2-cap and potentially got the wipe there.
that's really unfortunate. They're gonna be looking for maybe a quad here to just completely wipe them, because if they make safe room again, this is really gonna be bad news for their home server right now.
Nice charge from there.
This is a good charging spread.
Nice double cap into spit there with double boom as well coming out. Team Polestar looking in pretty rough shape. Only red with any perm HP left. TB about to bleed into the slow. The other two already slow. The Brickyard does have some good pill spawns though. Hopefully they might find some pills. Indeed there are. There's actually one set on the left there. Let's see if they actually spot them or not. Looks like they are actually going to spot the pills. That's great. Oh, that was almost a deadly bet. Hunter coming in, landing onto red for actually a decent amount of damage. Jockey.
Slow.
Oh, an M2 on the job.
We got a smoker up top though. Going
Actually double cap
a
there.
lot of damage.
That's a really nice hit by Team Big for what they had.
Is that going to be a carry block? Yeah. So maybe if they could potentially get this kill on them, the 3 cap at least to stop them making the safe room.
Definitely.
Actually, very nice.
They actually have the charge spit there. I would just send that straight onto Akari right now and just kill him.
I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, he's leading. He's leading right now, black and white.
I would honestly just send that charge spin. That's what they're actually gonna do.
Yeah,
Land
just like
He
he
should
should.
have. Maybe. Oh, the spitter missed.
Spitter actually missed.
Oh, there it is.
Spitter actually missing again. That would have been the kill right. That's really unfortunate. Team Big Flex actually throwing a free kill right there, and now the survivors continue to make as much distance as possible, potentially even make safe room with 4. Actually,
he's found pills.
finding
just found pills.
That's really unfortunate.
We got a quad going out. Oh, Jockey's about to get picked off.
Jockey actually all the way down to 22 HP. Smoke looking for a reset pool. Charger coming in, whiffs. Hunter landing onto Z with some punches from the Charger. Smoker whiffs again, and that's a pretty nice take by the survivors.
I feel like they shouldn't have saved it for this room right there. But
That is definitely a hit you probably want to save for this room, just because it's quite hard to land anything. You sometimes see some smoker resets coming out, but definitely on such a high level team like Polestar. Nice arc beam coming out. Good skeet coming out onto Honshin by TB, and they're going to make it into the safe room with actually
It's a bit of
bonus. 104 bonus on their away game right now. This is looking really bad for Team Big Flex.
Yeah, obviously not as good as the first 2 maps we saw from Polestar, but they're still making the safe room with a bit of bonus, which is pretty huge. Pretty huge. Like,
Yeah,
this is not looking good. 3,700. This is a huge score for that ping.
that's really unfortunate. And as soon as they switch to the away server here, Team Polestar are only going to get better. So they've really got to make a miracle come out here. They've got to make some huge bonus on this map.
Yeah, these 2 sacrifice maps are worth a lot. So they can limit how much damage they take. Could possibly see a comeback.
Yeah, just making safe room with good bonus. They can make maybe 1k bonus with the full 700 distance. We could see them coming out with a nice decent comeback here on their home server and then making good points onto the next map. But as we see right now, Hunter respawned on the roof, same here as before. Smoker coming in with a double pounce, actually landing almost a tri-cap there. Last Hunter being a bit slow to cap. Boomer misses his arc and gets popped. Some decent damage there from the shitty setup that they had.
And they're saving the smoker, so we could see a quad here next hit for Team Polestar.
Reloading.
Indeed, that's what I think the other team should have done, and they're actually electing to do that now and just save it potentially for a quad attempt or at least a tri-cap with spit. Indeed, that's what we're going to be
they
seeing.
got a spitter though.
Reloading.
This is a good set, the smoker charger jockey spitter.
Yeah, they can maybe go for some sort of bowling charge attempt here and for it to get a kill potentially. Smoker going in. Charger unfortunately hitting the railing there and charging the railing instead of the pull target. That was very unfortunate. A missed charge spit attempt.
Reloading.
So far, this is what Flex need. Minimizing the damage as much as possible and just progressing through. This tank's not going to be easy to play on, 200 ping arms.
Yeah, this is actually probably one of the more diverse tanks on the Passifice, just because anything can really
Got somebody back.
Nice pounce onto him, maybe look for a chain DP, nice pop, however does proxy Ellis and a nice ski onto a Team Big Flex landing these skeets and pops right now.
Reloading.
Sadly, they're just too far behind right now. They're having to claw their way back on their home server. It's really unfortunate. Nice pull coming out onto Ellis. Actually, if Nick hadn't stayed up there, that would have been potentially a kill onto Ellis there.
Oh, they already opened up the door.
And they should actually play very aggressive. Indeed, that's what we're going to be seeing Rochelle doing, trying to put in bullets. Rochelle playing
Oh, this
pretty
A little bit
aggressive.
too aggressive.
Rochelle's actually
That's a
getting
nice
a punished
corner.
for that.
Oh,
Tank
no, he
actually
dropped
falls
it.
down and it's going to take a lot of chip right now. Down to already 3.5k and still declining. Smoker going in. Tank has got nothing right now.
This is
Literally
what
nothing.
we need from Team Big Flex. They need to kill this tank as soon as possible.
Tank lights a nice multi. Getting him a lot of damage for how bad it looks.
Another
But that's a really good tail as survivors. Probably take a couple more punches than they wanted, considering how bad that tank looked. I mean, now they're going to have a huge bonus coming in. As long as they get past these next couple of chokes, they should be clawing their way back.
Yeah, that looked quite scary for
Yeah.
Team Big Flex for a second when Rochelle got cornered there, but the tank unfortunately dropped off the edge.
Definitely picked up his pieces though, getting some damage.
Nice arc bit coming out onto Nick and Ellis.
Oh, and
there.
this jockey in the fight. Oh, he didn't get it.
Oh, that was very close. Boomer actually freeing him of the jockey there. Jockey in the fire right there, he would have died extremely quickly.
Reloading. Reloading.
Wait, does that fire actually do damage in that corner?
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
a
brutal.
lot of damage, yeah. Oh, nice
It's a quad,
separation
that's-
charge onto Coach right there. Hunter
That's
going
a
in for the
quad.
cover. That's a tri-cap right. Almost a quad there. Sadly, Smoker was on the other side of the bricks. He was not able to capitalize off the tri-cap, but that's a lot of
was their
damage.
health bonus as well. So,
Yeah, that was a little bit of mispositioning right there. Hoshin decided to look for pills by himself and getting punished for it.
next to 2-2. Boomer Spitter. Jockey Hunter, if they can take this well and then just push.
Actually, a nice pop into a nice pound spit with a jockey
That's a
as
good
well. Into
pre-spit
the
right
spit.
there.
That's a lot of damage coming. Survivors looking really rough compared to how they came out with that tank, taking a lot of unnecessary damage just from separation and bad positioning. Down to 319 bonus. This is not looking too good for Team Big Flex, throwing away a huge bonus, and we're going to be seeing a Charger, Hunter, Boomer, Smoker for our next hit here. Probably our final hit before the safe room. Boomer coming in, nice arc boom onto Ellis. Hunter and Smoker pre-spawn, Charger coming in, hit coming in, nice self-clear onto the Smoker by Code. Hunter getting nicely skidded out of the air by Honshin, and Charger actually whiffs and is just jumping around, giving up on life itself. That's save for him. Really unfortunate they took that one hit in the brickyard, losing almost all their HP.
Yeah, it was looking so good for Team Big Flex, and then, I don't know. Just maybe not enough communication, out of position, and Team Polestar just capitalizes.
Since they have like the better ping, but it's whatever.
It's really unfortunate right now. Team Polestar having over a 1k lead on their away game. They've really got to make something big happen on this map if they're going to stand any chance of winning this series.
I think if Big Flex doesn't win this game, this might just be a GG. Because these Polestar looks pretty on point on this 200 ping. I can't imagine what their home server is going to be like.
The home server with the low ping. I was talking to Muda and some of the guys earlier, and they're looking at around 300 ms for their away server. So
Yeah, they're not playing.
Yeah, they're definitely not playing that.
yeah.
I don't know. We've seen signs of life from Team Big Flex, but mainly just positioning and maybe a bit of uncoordination with the
The aim is
SI.
definitely there. They're getting the skeets, they're getting some nice pops, but they're just, yeah, as you said, the positioning is pretty poor right now. There's always one player out of position, just getting hard punished for it by a really high tier team like Polestar. Hunter pre-spawned above the, another Hunter pre-spawned behind the bricks there, looking for some, indeed that's what they're going to do. Wall kick landing onto Ellis right there. Next Hunter pouncing around, in the smoke target, unfortunately.
Overall, pretty instant clears there from Pulse. Not much damage at all.
It's a very nice clears there, only taking a very, very small amount of chip onto Lewis and Francis. I'm just going to continue to push through them. 50%. Where does that spawn? Is that when they drop or?
No, that's at the boat, I think, right?
It's like just before the boat. I can't remember actually. I think they have time to push out to the.
Yeah.
50. I think. I'm not sure. I think it might be around the alarm coming. Or...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about it.
Might see a hit come in here. This is a pretty utilized choke for a lot of teams. Indeed, that's what they're gonna do. Charger coming, actually whiffing on Ellis. He wasn't even looking at. Jockey misses the pans. Nice 2-cap coming out with spit. Really unfortunate that the Charger missed. Ellis wasn't even looking at the Charger.
Reloading.
Yeah, so it looks like it might be around the alarm car, so they should just run back for this tank, but maybe Flex can catch them on the run back if they decide to.
Looks like it right
Hopefully
now.
they can get that alarm code.
Boom actually coming in. Nice one boom.
Oh, that's a
Nice
good
charge as well. Sadly, the other cappers are a bit slow to utilize. Hunt again, nicely skeeted there by Red once again. Red's actually popping off this game. He's landed a lot of skeets with that ping. Pretty impressive.
They're just going to push forward now, surely.
Indeed,
Spawns are down.
That's what we're seeing them do right now. About to spawn up. Tank in the hands of Nofo. He's probably going to opt to maybe... Oh, okay.
We dropped down.
Drop down and throw in rocks. I would have opted to probably run back and get some of his hittables.
That's a good
into play.
boom. 2 booms.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going with the one car.
This is actually a smart play for him to do.
Oh, that's
I don't think
almost ricocheting
him doing
into
that car
Rochelle
was
right
actually
there.
a good play we got a good jockey going
Nice
out.
jockey, very slow clear indeed. That's going to be the in-cap.
Oh,
Double
that's a
in-cap.
This is what
this is
Team Big
looking
Flex
really
need.
good.
I'd just get one of these kills right now.
Yeah, he has enough health to at least grind one, potentially two. And a charge at the back. He should start grinding these survivors while they're distracted right now. That's actually 3 end caps. Really nice support so far. Indeed, that's what he's going to do. He's going to start grinding both survivors actually. Starting off with Ellis and probably working on to Rochelle. This is a really good tank so far. Really nice double boom opening up for the tank, followed by that double in cap, and then actually Ellis getting 4 hittables as well. This is a really good tank.
Oh, nice. TB.
TB is just running for distance at this point. Probably the better play right now. He knows that his team is not going to be surviving. He's just running forward. He knows the smoker's behind us. Boom is looking for a rocket onto him. Does land the boom to potentially slow him down with some calm, but TB is just waltzing through the map right now.
Walking behind him right now.
Smoker just trying to catch up. He will be able to catch him on the Salt Hill, but that not before Nick makes almost full distance. Jockey's going to be looking solid. Actually gets M2'd from that far away. That's a very long arm M2. Smoker coming in, and he actually doesn't realize the Smoker's there, not electing him. That is a very well played tank. Very good support as well. That double boom opening up for the tank, followed by that charge cover after the double hittable in cap. That's really impressive
that was a good
stuff.
jockey play. Hitting him, going towards the court.
Oh, damn, nice. Finally, we're seeing some really big plays by Team Big Flex. Getting the wipe. And this is a chance to claw back some points right now. Making safe from this is quite an easy tank to take generally, especially on low ping.
Yeah, it's one of those tanks where if you either don't get good hittables or your SI doesn't do a lot, you can just die.
Yeah, this is definitely some good potential for Team Big Flex right now.
Do I actually see TB with the lerp toggle?
I don't actually think that's legal.
Yeah, definitely is not.
Reloading.
Action illegal lerp changer. We're gonna need TV to change it back. Alright, nice.
I didn't actually notice if he did that on any of the other maps.
He actually did, actually. I realized Muda actually messaged me about it from last map. I had my Steam set to do not disturb. Nice double cap coming out to Team Big Flex there. A couple more takes. Hunter actually stuck on Muda. Getting left-footed 2'd right there. And Smoker's probably just going to go for a respawn. Again, probably about the same damage we saw coming out onto Polestar from that hit.
Reloading.
Reloading. I'm reloading.
I'm a reload.
Reloading.
Nice hit coming in there. Charger actually getting cleared nicely, and that's a really good take by the Survivors.
Yo, these guys are definitely like stepping it up from first map.
Yeah, seems like they were warming up the first couple of maps. They've definitely started to improve their Survivor play, but it's really going to come down to how they take this tank right now, and the Salt Hill, of course, if they make it past. So shooting the barrels behind, creating a firewall there, killing some comp to help them out. And they're just going to push past this choke. It's time to go to the right side, actually. They know this SI is set up on the left.
This is smart. Smart play by the Survivor team.
I like this. And that actually might just send a hit right now. Boomer set up. In fact, that's what they're going to do. Boomer got a nicely pop. Nice double cap for a couple of ticks. Nice skeet coming out from Tosh onto Akari. Boomer sadly gets clips the wall when trying to rocket over there and gets popped.
Unfortunate.
And tank is going to be up in the hands of Zed. He's going to be going back like expected, trying to work a couple of his hittables in just so he has a bit more to work with right now. He might decide to go to the left and get his dumpsters as well. In fact, no, he's going to go get his extra car maybe. No, he's just gonna go in maybe with what he had.
Nice one beam coming out from TB. Wonder if he'll just try and go in here.
Looks like he is actually committing with this right now. He's probably might just whack this one right over. See, that's what we're gonna see him do. It's actually gonna do exactly what it did for the other tank, and just ricochet off the pole there. He's start working his cars in right now. Probably not the best idea putting all his cars in one spot. It's going to make it very hard for him to maneuver Survivors. But Survivors actually going to stay in this little wooden area here and start melting.
Oh, the charger missed. They're all just this one guy.
Coach is actually... Coach put himself in the corner right now. He's actually completely separated from this team. Unable to be cleared. All the SI is very low, however. And the tank's actually...
He's dead.
Tank is dead, but not before a lot of damage coming out to the team. Very unnecessary damage there. Coach unneededly separated himself.
Separated from his team,
Yeah, he plays maybe a bit too aggressive and ran into a corner where his team could not clear him. That Hunter was very low HP, down to about like 60, so that was really unfortunate. It's actually coming in here. Hunter coming in. Jockey coming in. Jockey actually getting M2'd right there and shut down. And pretty good take by Survivors once again. It'll be interesting to see how they take the Salt Hill right now.
Currently at a 937 bonus, so if they can just take these like last, what, 4 to 5 hits well, then we could see a comeback here.
Definitely. They do have a pretty nice hit here. They have a Smoker Charger, Boomer, Hunter. They have the Smoker Charger, which they need for this. They might just select
to be careful on the separation here.
Yeah, Coach is actually really far ahead of his team. They might just help to pull him. He's very far from his team. Charger, all the SI actually pre-spawn. And that's what we're going to see. A pull coming out to Muda. And, oh no. Actually, instead of that's still an in cap, but sadly in caps him next to the bridge where they can just pick him up and he can go straight forward. That's really unfortunate.
Maybe a bit of impatience from the charger there.
Yeah, that was definitely a death charge actually, and coaches were quite separated from Nick right there. He probably could have charged him down towards the boat for an
yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do, charge him down towards the boat.
Yeah.
Right there.
Sadly, he does hit the bridge instead and still gets the in cap, but so guys are now just going to push all the way through having picked up Nick. And we're probably going to only be seeing maybe 2 more hits here before save from. Nice arc boom coming out from Hunter, getting nice and skiddy out the air. Next Hunter gets cleared very quickly. Boomer probably going for a respawn right now, and Survivors shutting down these hits pretty well here, and they're just going to start pushing through the map nice and quickly, making their way to safe room.
So final hit, as long as nothing super bad happens.
Yeah, nice proxy boom coming out to Ellis right there, and they're probably just going to go into this nice open area and
Actually
take
playing
the...
this smart. Yeah. We still got to charge and spit up in this room though, so there'll still be a lot of damage.
Actually, Smoke getting self-cleared there. Jockey does land for a couple of ticks. Charger misses spawn and then misses and whiffs. And misses his easy punches as well. Spit has nothing to spit on. That's another good take by Survivors there. Big Flex definitely stepping up their game. Sadly, a bit too late right now as they've already thrown like 3 maps, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, this was an even ping game. But considering we're still potentially going to Polestar's home server, this isn't not looking good.
Yeah, this is not looking good here. This Polestar still in the lead by about 50 or so points. This is not looking good right now. First hit here, we have a Jockey, Smoker, Spitter, and Charger. Pretty strong hit for the first one here. They're probably going to be looking for maybe a tri-cap with Spit. That is definitely...
Should we inform these teams to only use the safe room pills?
Yes, actually. That is a good point to remind me. Lots of damage right there. 2 survivors actually running through Spit to save their Jockey teammate. Red is down to about half his HP. And Zed and Akari there also taking a lot of damage, having to run through Spit to save him. That's a lot of damage coming out the first hit.
Oh, there we go. Flex.
Reloading.
We'll be seeing 2 hunters coming in, getting nicely skidded out of the air. Boomer coming in for a double boom with a tank rock onto Coach. A lot of damage coming out right now, and Big Flex another rock onto Coach. Big Flex are really stepping up their game right now. Thanks, some pretty nice hits here. Perhaps Polestar have gotten a bit lazy, having seen how much of a lead they had for a majority of the game here on their way, playing maybe a bit recklessly right now. Nice charger landing onto Coach. Does get cleared, however. Pull onto Nick with a rock coming out.
Smoker.
Reloading here.
That's a nice smoker spot right there. Tank rock, however, clipping the...
Yeah, Hornchen looking for a redemption tank after that map 1 tank.
Yeah, this is definitely looking pretty good for the Team Big Flex right now. He's actually going to start working his hittables in, probably looking for a commit. Hittable actually ricocheting and bouncing off the railing there and actually going into a really nice position. Next hittable actually in a nice position as well, but now they're going to push onto this tree and the tank has nothing. He's going to try and work this other hittable in right now.
Oh, this might hit.
That actually clips Ellis. Could potentially be looking at a wipe. SI now going in for a 3-cam. Nice DP onto Nick. Car working his way, barely missing actually. Car's flying everywhere, barely missing these survivors. And tank's gonna be down to about 3k. It's gonna drop down to Rochelle, sending her flying there. Sadly, she won't take any full damage, and the tank is now by himself. He does have a nice wall of cars around him to use as cover. Survivors are playing very aggressive right now. Car actually almost hitting Coach again. This is a big clusterfuck of vehicles right now. Tank getting stuck in his own car. He's launching them everywhere. Charger going in, actually missing, and that's a dead tank.
I feel like the support went in a little bit too early for the tank.
Yeah, the tank had not quite been done moving his hittables in. I think if they waited just a second there, probably could have got the wipe. You saw those two hittables were incredibly close onto the Coach and Ellis. A nice tri-boom coming out, by the way, from Muda as well.
Or did they take extra pills?
Yeah, it looks like there's one set of pills missing.
He said sorry, I think he took it by accident.
Yes, seems like maybe he wasn't
He might
paying too
probably
much attention.
Yeah, he took
As long as he
it.
doesn't use them.
Honest mistake, honest mistake. Nice pounce coming out to Rochelle there. Sadly, the spit does not go on him. Nice pull with some spitter scratches onto Ellis, making him slow. And the tank's actually right in their faces. Gets an instant in-cap onto Ellis and he's going to climb out with only about 600 chip.
Just going straight back in for
Goes
Ellis.
back in once more.
Back in, actually finishing Ellis off. Just no respect. Seeing TB take those pills, he just no respect. And Tank's gonna start throwing some rocks right now.
He's gonna commit. Yeah, he's gonna commit.
For a full commit. Does not want to give them any more distance right now. Jockey onto
This should
Nick.
be the one.
This might be a wipe.
That is the wipe. Tank electing not to play any sort of rock tank. He does not want to give them any distance at all. Definitely the right play. And Team Polestar actually still making it past the first tank into the second tank, which is actually pretty good for the pings that they. But Team Big Flex starting to step up their infected game.
Yo, Sue.
Hello.
You're lagging, bro.
Yeah, you were a bit
You're
laggy
lagging
during
too,
that.
caution.
Hello. Hello.
I think it's the Discord, actually.
I have green
You
ball.
sound fine.
Yeah, both of you guys are lagging right now.
Am I still lagging? Hello.
Yeah. Friggin' DDoS boys.
Wait, I'm fine.
He said I sound fine. I don't know.
Am I fine?
Yeah, you're fine now.
Thank God.
What about me?
Nah, you're
Still
lagging,
lagging.
bro. Restart your router.
You guys might want to both, like, disconnect and join back. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that after this chapter here. First hit coming out, Charger, Jockey, Spitter, and Smoker again. So I was playing it incredibly slow, trying to maybe bait some SI. Jockey actually pre-spawn. Hit coming in. Jockey get absolutely deleted out of the air. Charger whiffing and getting picked off. Spitter has nothing to spit on. And Smoker is dead. Really, really good take by survivors there. That's what I like to see from Team Big Flex.
Reloading. 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 Got a hunter.
Nice pop onto the boomer there.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Hello, hello. Hello? I think we're. I think the Discord's. Hello?
We good now?
We good? Caution?
Hello?
Hello. Are we all good there?
I think so.
I think so. I can hear you. Fine.
Discord things, Discord things. Tank is up in the hands of TB right now, looking for nice boom coming out to red. From red, sorry. He's actually working his dumpster in. It's now just gone flying behind him. He's actually gets a nice corner to Rochelle. Still good HP.
It's a smoke.
It's a smoker. Charger maybe jumps in a little bit too early there. Muda now also getting cornered. He's gonna get out that corner, however, and Tank's gonna get some nice long arms onto Coach. Ellis is up top. Tank, no one's really shooting this Tank.
Oh, what a car there.
That's an insane car.
That's it.
That's a charge. That's a double cap. That's a wipe.
We're gonna see a second game, or are we doing that?
And
So I throw out the GG because I don't think these two teams are too happy.
Wait a second. Are they done? Or
I think we may be switching server here.
are we? The little halftime right there. Halftime.
Halftime, I assume. Unless they decide to GG it's
I mean,
Wait, are you
I
asking?
think it would make more sense as they just lost on their home server.
True.
yeah,
True.
and I would not want to play with 300 ping, but I guess it's up to them if they want to be good spots and let the team play on their low ping server.
DDD has got online
Ooh.
on their teammates.
Talk to Muda right. Well, I will use this time to go to the toilet. Be right back.
Yo, Sue,
Yes, hello.
they're playing another game.
I'm talking to them, and it looks like they do want to play the away.
Yeah, I talked to Taj. She said he wanted to play.
Yeah, I'm talking to Akari right now. He seems that he doesn't know if he's gonna get the server up or not. I told him that they do want to play, but guess we will see. Just out of good sportsmanship, I guess.
Yeah, what is it to get the server up? They playing on like some Chinese server?
Yeah,
So,
probably.
Asia,
I th-
IO or
They
something.
should be going to IO Asia or Bomb or something where, you know, Team Big Flats will actually have like decent ping.
Yeah, so some scuffed bathroom fucking server that giving him like 300 ms.
Massive bathroom server. That's crazy. Imagine playing this game with 350 ping. Ooh.
I mean,
Aussie server wants to
I
play
mean-
Cautious team. That's going to be happening. I actually currently have 160 viewers on Twitch for this match right now. That's pretty insane.
Wait, Caution,
pretty
have you ever
PogChamp.
played with like 300 ping before?
Yeah, I played my match on 330.
Really? What do you do?
Yeah.
Just go for clears, or do you actually like?
I think you just hold
How's that
W.
Yeah, I think that's the key, like holding W map distance. I mean, when we played against Pubstars, we were still like not taking too much damage on a few hits. I mean, it's definitely playable if everyone's shooting at spawns, but you really need to be clear in SI as well. I mean, common.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Seems having some difficulties getting the server up here. I may need to add the ZZZ guy.
Realistically, I think they should just be going to IO Asia or something as long
Yeah, I
as.
think IOH is the best one to use right now.
Yeah, okay. Let's take a look.
Because I don't think this Chinese team is going to green ping, but they're going to be at least orange. So
Definitely here. I mean, they've proved what they can do even on the high ping against low ping players. Apparently, Bomb and HK are being reset by the O. I'm
Really?
gonna ask him about IO Asia.
well, I'm in a IO Asia server right now. I'm not too sure if it switches though. I mean, it should, right?
Bomb SG. What's SG? Singapore?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Singapore is actually good for EU players. We get better ping to Singapore.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they're trying to play on like some China server when they only had 200 ping, it's not really.
Yeah, it's
I
not
wouldn't say
fair here.
decent.
Seems like he has OP. I'll be. Oh, they're actually in here already. I think you're all on my friends list. You can all join off me. Curious what my own ping is here. 250, not too bad. Okay, I guess
just-
we're good. We got the server up. Also, the caster here that has messaged me is also the OP of the server, so he can set everything up for us. That's pretty.
Heads up.
Sarah caster.
I just wanna fucking. Ooh, sorry for cursing. I just wanna finish my cut.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Should maybe tell Haunch, and if you had him added to.
Put China, else you get banned.
Wait, who said that? You hear that?
Yeah, no fuzz.
Yeah.
That's a feature of a lot of Asian servers. When you inspect, you can hear the teams talking.
Oh, I said.
Probably gonna have to voice enable 0 so we don't hear them. Yeah, I'm talking to him right now. He's trying to get us to be registered as car.
Pretty sure a lot of these Asian servers have VPNs.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of them work sometimes. I think it depends on where you're from.
Look out.
Yeah, I mean, it should help him a bit, hopefully.
Poor Hodgson coming out with 260 ping right now. That's actually why I get to pan. Still better than the Aussie server though.
You used to playing high ping, didn't they, Fortune?
Shit, I mean, he's played in a fair amount of tournaments. I wouldn't be surprised if he's played on some high ping.
Yeah.
I mean, besides him, everyone else is relatively even. So if he can just get his to around 200, should be pretty good.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys can cast. Just type exclamation mark cast and you will be rich.
I got it.
Yeah,
I think I
it didn't work for me.
It's not working. Okay,
Gotcha.
I think maybe he has to manually do it. I just typed in it. Just registered
Right.
me.
Yo, put me on, man.
Okay, he's adding you one by one.
Alright.
Hello, hello, hello.
We in there.
Oh no. Okay, we're all registered as casters. Nice.
Hey, what are we doing?
I think we might be changing server.
Okay.
Why are we? They want us here. Okay. Guess we have the IP. Hopefully somewhere where I can actually just type /cast and be a caster.
Yeah, look, I'd hate to burst your bubble, but doesn't look like it.
It's the same, like, it is still bomb though. You can maybe have to manually register us.
I'm a reload.
I guess they want to play infected first.
Well, their ping is like
Slightly higher, but
Yeah.
they don't have Hornchen on 250, so... I mean,
Honestly, this is honestly a lot more fair. They have as even pings as possible. They're actually about the same pings as Polestar was on their other server. I think they had one person in like the 180s, but for the most part, this is pretty fair. Are you all registered as casters? Are you registered as a caster caution?
Everybody ready?
Okay, there we go. Caution, you've been registered as a caster now. Nice!
Ready? Hey, ready?
I just got back. I forgot we had to ready up this
Ready to
caster.
get it on? We ready?
Yeah.
You kids ready? Everyone ready for this? We ready to
Hi, we are on the away server here for team... Oh, we lost the OP. Okay. We are on the away server here for team
Yeah, I'm ready already.
Big Flex. They're currently looking at about an average of 210 ping. Going
You have
up
to
against
ready up, mate.
Polestar.
Reloading!
Well, that.
That's an annoying feature that casters have to ready up, but whatever. First hit here, Smoker Hunter Boomer, looking for some DPs here, potential hit coming in. Nice pull pounce, Hunter getting skeeted out the air by TB. Another pull coming in for some damage onto Nick. Nice double boom getting arced over as well. Some decent damage for what they had. That is not a good hit time for that safety.
The tank was 78. So
Wait, was it?
admin can change it.
What is it now?
39.
Wow. What is this? Wait, do they
Maybe
need a pause to
admin
change it, or they
redo it.
gotta restart?
Restart.
Question.
Yeah, we gotta restart this. Wow.
That's kind of an annoying thing about tournaments. When you do home and away, you have to set tank.
Not shoot each other? God damn it! Go!
Well, they get to think about the first hit again.
Shit.
Damn it!
Shit.
I'm down!
That's nice. Okay. I guess that's our bad for forgetting to remind them. I don't know. I always forget about tank spawns not go.
I mean, when
I
my
think-
team played,
I think everybody knows about setting tank spawns during tournaments.
Wait, what region,
It's
what?
all your fault.
Polestar is from China and Big Flex is from EU.
Yeah, I think it kind of comes down to teams to do tank percentages. Like I know personally in our match versus Pubstars, I just sent a message to one of their teammates for every tank percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not your fault, man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how tournaments work. Everybody's been playing this game for like 6 years, if not more.
I forget a lot, that's my problem. It's like, I forget to take screenshots at the end, but I'm not the captain of my team, so it's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure what map 4 was, but I think map 2 is roughly like 50% or something.
Yeah, it was actually, I think, exactly 50, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, like 50, in between 50, 55, something like that.
50% for that map. This map was 78. The next map's normal spawn, and then the one after that was...
I think it was around the same 55, 60.
It was 50, I think, as well, yeah. First here, Jockey Smoker, Charger Boomer coming. Nice pull, getting cleared. Charger whiffs. Jockey does land on Ellis for a couple of ticks. Nice boom coming out to Coach. He's kind of afforded a pretty good take by Survivors, so a little bit of chip on everyone, but barely anything. And Survivors going to start making their way through. Maybe pushing past this choke. They are pretty slow though. I don't think they have time.
Can we not shoot each other? Let's try upstairs.
They got a good hit here. Charger, 2 hunters and a spitter.
Charger actually coming in. Hunter actually taking the charge. That's a lot of damage onto Nick though, and onto Coach. Really nice chip damage there. Pretty good hit, even though the charger didn't land. It's created a stumble for a slower clear on the Hunter in Spit.
Through here.
Okay, it's gonna last for a bit.
Down this alley.
Reloading. Watch out.
Reloading.
Survivors now going to continue to push through here. Next hit, Smoker Boomer, Jockey Hunter. Boomer going for an arc boom on the alarm car. Does land once again. Decided to pop in, trigger the alarm.
Oh, nice 13. Yeah, I think we talked about this last game on the first map. Getting that arc boom next to the alarm cars is
You can get up here.
really good.
Hey, watch out
It's
for the
really
cars.
good. I think eating the boom's fine there. They're actually going to push forward here. Probably going to decide to take the horde inside the room. And next hit here we have a Hunter, Charger, Spitter, and let's see what the last one is, a Boomer. So not ideal for this area.
Dangerous zone right now with the Charger.
Charger actually going in, getting absolutely melted. Hunter getting ground skid. Boomer pre-spawn up top. Spitter going for a spit delay. Some nice ticks onto Coach. Double boom coming out. Not too bad. They're probably just going to opt to take the rest of the horde now. All the horde on the 2 boom survivors.
And they're going to try and push this forward again like they did in the first game.
Hopefully the tank doesn't happen the same way the
Reloading
first
here.
game.
Actually pushing the tank already. There's actually a decent amount of horde behind, slowly trickling in. I'm not sure I agree with pushing the tank. Tank could opt to go all the way back to the safe room and get his car, but I'm not sure if they actually know about the car.
Reloading.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they know.
That's unfortunate. That car completely changes how you play this tank, but looks like he might just be going for a commit here. Indeed he is. Gonna try maybe look for a long arm. Nice early pull going out to Ellis. Tank actually doesn't even realize he was pulled for a second and misses the early pull opportunity. Ellis just juking the tank right now. Actually juking another. Muda's just struggling. Hunter getting skidded. This tank has absolutely no. This is a no-hitter.
That is a no-hitter. They played that tank very well.
That's really unfortunate. The tank actually ran past the pull top, not
I think he was
realizing.
hoping to get the separation pull, but most times you just go for that early pull forward for the tank, so maybe a bit of miscommunication there from Team Big Flex.
It's unfortunate. Muda not having any luck with the longer arms here on the ping. Charger going in, whiffing the charge. Does get a punch onto him though. Nice arc boom coming out onto Zed. Spit doing nothing there. Very well taken by survivors there. No hit tank. Only really taken chip from that one hit inside the corridor. And that's going to be a really hefty bonus. 1284. That's one of the biggest bonuses I've ever seen for map 1.
Yeah, obviously Polestar made the last safer with a big bonus as well, and showing up on the low ping doing the exact same. That was 2 no-hitter tanks for Team Big Flex in that area.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there. Luckily they didn't AI the tank this time around, but
Exactly.
sadly.
They got more bonus on that round though, so.
True. 1284. That's absolutely huge. Even for the away / home game for the Team Polestar here, there's still a huge bonus. That's the highest I think I've seen for map 1 in the tournament so
we
far.
got ready up soon.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Boom coming out. Actually misses the arc boom. Nice pull onto him. Nice charge onto. That's a nice, really nice. That's absolutely huge. Really slow clears on that charger as well. Almost getting 3 slams. And survivors now taking huge damage. Survivors actually taken to the back of the safe room too. So they're actually not going to have time to push past this choke either. It's really, really unfortunate. Let's see if they actually know about this pill cabinet here, because Rochelle might need them.
Guns in the store.
Survivors currently running
Seems like they're running past them.
Once again, I really don't think they know about that pill cabinet. That's actually huge damage there. Coach actually getting extremely lucky there. The spit didn't actually spread in that little corner, so he was able to. He also got a nice
lucky as a cubby right there.
Yeah. He actually got a really clutch ski onto Amelia as well, saving himself from getting pounced in that corner. And the sides are going to push all the way through.
They took 2 set of pills on accident.
Oh no. I think that was a miscommunication right there.
Yeah, a bit of. Yeah, they don't seem to know the map too well. Missing those pills twice. Good separation job for a bit.
Nice.
Little bit of chip.
That was actually a nice pot by Horshin right there. Actually looking out for that boom, pre-aiming where it was going to rocket from. Very nicely done by him. And so that's going to continue way through the map here, taking pretty much the same chip that Polestar did. Sadly, Tosh obviously did waste pills, which is unfortunate.
Watch out for the cars.
They're going to continue pushing their way through here. Next hit coming up. Hunter already pre-told will make a sound. Charger, Hunter. Careful. Looking like they're going to hit before they push past this alarm car here. See what they do.
100 set up inside. Maybe.
I'm actually getting a heavy chip. Nice pop by Tosh.
Charge. They got stuck for a second.
Getting stuck. They're
That could
still
have been
getting
2 to
this
3
back.
slams maybe, if you didn't get stuck like that.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I've never seen that before, actually. Getting the infinite charge on that weird piece of railing there. But so I was going to push on through, having taken not too much chip for their away game right now. Tank's going to be up soon in the hands of TB. He might just opt to insta-commit. He spawns very close to the survivor team fight. He could actually cut them off and force them to play in that really awkward position. Boomer going in, actually getting nicely popped there by Hornshin. And Tank's just going to wait for his spawns right now.
Reloading.
Seems like Team Polestar might know about the hit. Oh no, he's just going around, maybe.
Oh, he's definitely getting that. I think he's getting that alarm car, right?
Yeah.
He actually is. I'm not sure I agree with this, however. I mean, he's quite far away now that they know where he is.
I don't think this is what they realized now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too late though.
The lives are actually going to start pushing forward. Tank's actually pretty close, so they're actually coming back here. This is a bit of confusion. They realize the Tank could actually potentially cut them off, and they're playing it safe. Tank's actually going to start committing his way, and Amelia might look for an early pull here. Let's see what she wants. Hunter's maybe going for some sort of distraction pounce right now. Tank getting a punch onto Nick there, and he's just gonna corner Coach. Coach having no pills to take to delay the tank there, and
Oh, and this
that's
might
gonna be a
three.
tri-cap.
That's it.
Another tri-cap coming out.
Good patience from the SI there to wait for that in-cap. They knew that the tank had the in-cap, so...
Ellis actually managed to take his pills there, but it's all too late. His team's just dead. This is not
It's almost looking like a bit of a repeat,
Yeah,
even though they are on their home server this time, but...
Yeah.
seems like either way it's about the same here. That's really unfortunate. This game's looking slipping further and further away from Team Big Flex.
Hey, they did come back on the other map, so see how they go.
Hopefully, they don't seem to be playing too bad on the ping here, but that unfortunate tri-cap there, and obviously Coach got in-capped in 2 punches as well because he had no pills to take. So.
This under the river tour.
Man, Nick, you gotta find a way to cheer your ass up. We ain't got much to look forward to.
Okay, good point. You know what? I am looking forward to punching
Don't
that
forget to
grease
ready
fed
up.
biker in the mouth.
There you go, Nick. Stay positive.
But that can be a bit annoying as a cast.
I need to actually set the tank spawn. Does anyone remember what it was?
It was in between 50 or 60. They had to go down to like the second part inside. I'd put it
think it was
around
like
55.
When they're like 68 or something, or 62.
Yeah, it could have been. Either way, I think, 55, they're going to run back to the same area, so...
Yeah, true that, true that.
Okay, they're saying 51 now. She's
Yeah, that actually...
right.
Yeah, 51, 52.
Lovely. Okay. Now we got that one taken care of before we actually started. We would have to restart again.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure 4th map was 60. Boat spawn.
60? I thought it was like 50 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Guess with someone
in between.
Junior, we're coming for you, baby.
Reloading.
First hit here, Boomer Hunter spit. Not ideal for this area, having a pretty bad 2-2, but we'll see what they can make out of it. Nice pop by Akari onto Tosh right there. Hunter actually going on to Nick there, decided to go on the alley for some reason. And a nice damage bounce onto Rochelle. I do not
That's
agree
some good
with...
separation right
That's a
there.
good separation, right?
Yeah, I don't know why Nick decided to run into the alleyway onto the right there and putting
But
himself
it
in a
doesn't
very...
matter. They like 2 set of pills up.
And very...
Props to the Hunter for capitalizing on that separation there.
That was some very nice SI play. Next hit coming up here, Charger Docky, Smoker, Boomer. Again, not too ideal. You really want to spit a hit. You could probably try and make something good come out of it. Boomer looking for a spawn from the inside there, from the door, looking maybe for an up. Spawn's actually coming in, pull onto Boomer getting popped by TB nicely. Nick actually juking the SI on top of that bin right there. And
That was 0 damage.
that was 0 damage, yeah. Very good take by the survivors, and now they're just gonna push all the way through past this choke once again.
Oh shit! Watch out!
Gonna be seeing maybe a couple more hits
2-2
before the
here.
tank. Yeah,
2
this is
Hunters,
not
bit of Boomer.
ideal. If I were them, I would just send this in nice and quickly just get rid of it, honestly, and maybe get one more hit. See, that's what we're seeing right now. Spinner gets picked, Hunter gets skied. Other Hunter lands on Ellis for a couple of ticks. Boomer actually misses.
And they're going to keep
It's
it
gonna
up.
leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
that's
actually gonna,
unfortunate, man.
that was really unfortunate. Boomer's gonna go for a respawn, maybe to get something sneaky on the tank spawn. Tank up in the hands of Nofos. We saw what he did with his boat tank on his home server there. Let's see what he
Oh,
can
nice
do on this
pop
tank.
there. There's ZZZ.
They're doing very well with the boomer pops. Almost no boomers have landed on their home server so far. It's very impressive stuff.
Ellis just sitting forward looking for that shotgun chip.
She's playing extremely aggressive here. Maybe a bit too aggressive for the long up. already down to just under 4k. Charger
Oh,
actually
nice
land.
oh, this
A
is tri-cap.
tri-cap actually landing in this open area with the corner. That's the wipe.
Yep,
As long as he doesn't hit.
Oh no. Tank actually loses his corner and Ellis manages to clutch clear his teammate.
The jockey can take him all the way back if he knows.
That's really unfortunate.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna. No, he didn't. He took him up twice instead of just once.
This could still be the wipe right now. Indeed, it probably is. Smoker allowing the tank to get a rock there, but
See if this is. Yeah, this is the wipe, I think.
the wipe, okay. Like,
What a
very
tri-cap
scary.
from Team Big Flex on the ping. That was huge.
That charger was absolutely insane. Going for the free charge and actually landing on the survivor on the back just allowed for that whole tri-cap to happen was really insane.
But like last game, they started like coming back. Could be it.
This could be it here. This is definitely a good opportunity to make some points, at least distance right now. That is not a difficult tank to. It's usually only an in-cap, even with the high ping. It doesn't usually come out with too much. This is definitely Team Big Flex's chance right now to make some comeback points.
Ready? We got it ready.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I think that tank might even be one of the easiest throughout this campaign because there's very limited spawns in that area. But
So I was so surprised that the charger landed. It was just a free charge and actually caught someone off guard right there. Pretty insane.
True that.
Nice boom, proxy boom coming out onto Rochelle. Hunter's coming in, getting nicely hit by Tosh. And the other one lands.
Miss.
Oh man, Tosh with the speed right there.
Pretty nice there. Yeah, that was an insane. And middle will take a little bit.
Warmed up.
Yeah, Flex are doing well. I honestly think they're warming up the first couple of rounds. They seem to have got their shit together and are playing a lot better now. So I'm making their way past this next kind of actually Rochelle getting reset down, like Boomer going in for a nice single boom onto Coach. Charger just punching the hell out of Tosh right now, taking a lot of chip from a should have been a dead Charger. So I was going to continue probably past this choke here if they're fast, but not too bad of damage from Team Polestar on that hit.
Yeah, that could have been a huge separation. The jockey would have landed on Rochelle at the back there, but Rochelle got the M2.
It's unfortunate. Actually, they took too long to push up, and they're actually going to have a hit for this choke here. Not the best hit here, however. Smoker, Hunter, Spitter. Maybe they could try for some sort of pull reset here with Hunter stumbles. Let's see what they want to do.
Oh, are they taking the plank?
Looks like they want to go all the way around. I don't agree with this plank. I think the plank is pretty scary.
I do not. I think they're trying to get damage on the Hunter.
It's like, yeah, Tosh is trying to look for an angle on the Hunter right now. He's not finding any luck. Spitter decided to pre-spit. Actually, a huge pull into Haunchip, pulling him all the way down off the plank and actually almost in-capping him, as well as a full reset. That's a huge amount of damage.
Yeah,
he was going to play them more safe. Going up top.
That's why I don't like the plank. If you get pulled or jockeyed off, you are taking a lot of damage.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to push on through. Unfortunate damage there.
Oh, the separation
with a separation jockey. That is
just dead. He's just dead.
Yeah, that's absolutely devastating. Charger actually going in here, charging the boom target with a spit. No one near him to clear. This is absolutely devastating for the survivors right now.
Yeah, after the SI round that Flex just had, this is not what we wanted to see out of the survivor round.
Well, came from a very good infected play, and sadly the survivor is not held up here and taking a lot of damage.
I don't think Tosh
is going to get wall kicked.
Yeah.
Tosh actually decided to go by himself for some reason, and now getting wall kicked up top, losing all of his HP. And the other Hunter decides to re-pounce him. Now Coach getting pulled in the front.
This is a lot of separation.
This is just terrible positioning right now.
I think as a team, you have to realize that it's not going to be worth going back to pick that person up, especially after the damage they took, you know, with the 2-beam and charger landing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now the jockey behind, actually
no.
landing for another reset there. With the double boom at the back. With the charge. If they get a hunter right now, they could just kill Coach straight away and just make sure he ain't making it past that point that he is. Tosh and Rochelle right now trying to make the most out of their pretty bad situation, but
Coach is dead for the most part.
Coach is definitely dead. Actually opting not to go for the guaranteed kill on him. They might just try and delay.
They're 2-cap here.
Actually gonna 2-cap. Indeed they are.
Clear, actually.
Clutch clear, and Tosh gets a clutch M2 on the jockey, actually saving his teammate there. Rochelle by herself once again, not sure what Muda is doing right now.
They do have a smoker again for this, and they're slow. This is going to be easy pickings. Oh, he's pre-spawn there. That was a bit premature pre-spawn from that
I
smoker
think
there.
they're gonna try to go pick a fortune right now. Maybe.
So it could have definitely punished. Once again, this team is not learning from their mistakes. They seem to be separating a lot, just going by themselves to help teammates.
He's going to die on this spit, I think. Maybe.
Ooh, very close. Actually, no, it's still alive. Barely.
A slither of health.
Best thing for the Luca was probably push tank.
That was devastating.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Shell now in capped. It might not even make it past this tank, or even make it to the tank.
The tank, yeah.
Hunter's just going for some sneaky scratches. Smoker trying to pull at the front, gets the pull onto Tosh, no one to clear. Hunter's just trolling right now, maybe going for just random scratches. Oh, nice kill by Muda there and stop the delay on the pickup. Now the Hunter gets nicely shut down, but they are not looking in any sort of shape to take the time. They should honestly just run forward and go.
Nofa's dead. He was already black and white.
Nofa's is gone. Nice single boom going out to Rochelle at the back. Thanks to the health, they are going to have to take extremely slow. Spitter actually pre-spitting into the doorway, separating Nick from Jockey, actually not capitalizing on that separation onto Nick, going from behind and getting him to.
Yeah, they just run forward here. And they think they understand. Obviously, they're not doing too well this round. They just need to reset in the next 2 rounds and try and make that comeback.
That's very unfortunate. Rochelle's also dead. Hunter trying to troll the pickup, getting picked off there. Amelia kind of confused on what to do there with that.
Alright, thanks.
Ain't this a bitch?
Y'all crazy if you don't think this hurts. Oh, baby girl.
This is not looking too good right now. Trying to probably make it max distance as they can. Coach actually going back for some reason. I would have just ran forward at that point, honestly, for some couple extra points. Tosh just giving up and standing in the corner there. That was a really big wasted opportunity to make back some points. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, even on ping, I don't think that this tank's that hard to fight.
It really isn't, and admittedly, at least they stopped the other team from making distance and bonus, so actually they still have a good opportunity to come back.
Yeah, that was the one good thing about that round, that they got that really nice tri-cap during that tank and gave them enough chip to just kill them.
Yeah, but sadly here, did not take that opportunity up to just make some points on Survivor, and now it's still a very game. Obviously they were down by about 300 or so points on their home server, coming into their away server just under a 1k point difference, so we're looking at about 1300 point game right now, which is basically just one chapter in the Passifice, to be honest with you. So they just need to have one good chapter right now and they can easily turn this game around in their favor.
Really upset.
Ready?
Forgetting about that.
Keep forgetting about that.
That's such an annoying feature. I hate that.
So what's the spec hood?
Yeah, doing that every round. I'm gonna see the left-footed one hit coming out first. 2 hunters, smoke a boomer. 1 hunter pre-spawned up front looking for wall kick. Ooh, nice skeet there.
Boomer actually missing his arc. Nice skeet coming out to Hornchin. Smoker not really landing anything, and that is a very good take by the survivors. Only damage coming out from a couple of common hits onto TB, but they're just going to push their way probably past this choke, I'm guessing, by the speed that they... And see what their next hit is now. They have a Boomer, Spitter, Jockey, and Charge. Not ideal for this area. Might try to go for a Jockey, Death Charge or something. Jockey actually going in by himself. Boomer getting nicely podded by ZZZ. Charger going in, trying to look for something. Kind of confused, doesn't land anything. Really nice spit damage onto the survivors at the front though.
Reloading.
Yeah, I think Big Flex is going to have to really utilize the long arms on this tank. It's trying to do a lot of damage.
Exactly.
I don't think they can take too much chip against this team.
I'm reloading.
They really need to get out with this tank with minimal chip.
They need to make safe from this map.
A hunter's around. Don't get pounced.
Server's actually really lagging.
Yeah.
Looking like a flip book right now.
Okay, so tick rate is returning to us now a little bit there. That was a 40 tick rate server for 10 seconds or so there.
Bro, what the hell was that?
That was nasty. I'm surprised it didn't pause earlier, to be honest with you.
I've never seen a server lag like that before in my life.
Yeah, that was weird. Target is telling me that could have potentially been a DDoS attack there. Tick rate again going very low. Down to about 30 now. Is climbing back up again. Looks like this is some sort of attack or something.
This is definitely a DDoS.
Not looking too good right now. Tick rate actually decreasing for me again. I'm down to about 80. Coming back up again. This is not too good. Yeah, with 20 loss, that's gonna most likely be a DDoS.
And why didn't they play Asia? IO?
I'm not sure actually. They wanted to play the server to give the other team slightly high ping, I believe, and to give themselves slightly low.
I mean, if I was Team Polestar after winning their away game, I would have went to almost any server.
It's really bad. Like, what is this?
It's at 18 tick for me at the moment. They need to
Yeah,
pause.
it's still decreased. 20 tick.
Oh, for them watching right now.
Maybe it's fine for them, because there's no way they haven't paused yet.
Looks like it's just inevitable here. The server's just been DDoS by the looks of it. Down to 20 tick. It's not even moving right. Guess we're gonna have a 20 tick game. This is lower than a pub game right now. Lower tick rate than a pub. And it's gonna work his car in as it teleports across my screen. Charger going in for a nice teleport charge onto Nick right there. Teleport rock onto Ellis. Everything's just teleport, so this is unbearable. I'm sorry.
Wait, do you think we need to reconnect?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. No, it's still really low. Oh no, it's
Yeah, I
back
think-
up.
Okay, we're
I
back
think
up to
that's
100 tick, thank God. And okay, we're around the 90 tick range right now, which is
It's really low
fair.
second pass. He needs to be careful here. Alright, coach giving him side. Oh, 5%. He needs to be very careful.
Actually resetting his rage with that punch there. Missing, whiffing a punch, letting Ellis take his kills. That's really bad. Boomer getting nicely popped. And Tank doesn't really have too much right now. The Hunters might try help him right now. Getting a nice long arm onto ZZZ. But getting punched away. He's going to try and maybe utilize that hittable.
Okay.
Reloading.
Here we go.
It is.
Nick's actually
Nice,
going to go
nice,
back
nice.
and clear his teammate.
Hittable
Tank
is
working
right
his
there.
way towards his hittable. He's actually going to opt not to go for that clear, which I don't agree with actually. That's going to potentially
here it
be a
is.
kill.
That's a
Hittable
four.
coming in. That's a wipe.
That is
Unfortunately,
my
they
boy.
crushed it.
Hornchin. What a
With
tank.
really nice hittable at the end there. Survivor is really bad positioning. Not quite sure what they were trying to go for there. They managed to get punched out of corners pretty well, but then they just separated so much.
Almost seems like Polestar were playing better on the ping. They're not doing too well here on their home server.
Yeah, this is not too good. And again, Team Big Flex have had a pretty good tank and opened up a very good opportunity here for a comeback.
And we saw what they did last time on this tank. They played it aggressive, got that early, and it seemed like Polestar didn't know what to do. I thought that they actually got a bit lucky getting a few punches at the end. So, could see Team Flex definitely kill this tank and potentially make safe from here.
True. However, this tank is pretty difficult to take on ping just because it's so there's so many hittables and there's so many places the SI can spawn, but I definitely believe in them to make it. First hit here, we have Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, Hunter once again. Not ideal for this area. They might just send the Boomer last here and maybe go for a tri-cap on the next hit. Hunter's coming in, actually missing, getting a temporary 2-cap there with a pull at the back there for some more ticks of damage. Not too bad for what they had, honestly. But now going to push their way through the map. They are double boomed with 200 ping, so they're probably not going to have enough time to push past this choke here, but they could definitely take their time, maybe go shopping. There is a potential melee touch deagle spawn on the right there.
And they do have a charger here if they want to try this death charge. Still one at the back, so...
Definitely, in fact, they're actually going... Jockey and Charger didn't quite communicate that very well there. Jockey going in well before the Charger was even ready, and Boomer going in, getting a nice single boom in the front. That was an unfortunate death charge attempt. That actually looked pretty close.
Did it?
Yeah, it seems Charger just went a bit prematurely charging off the roof. I mean, they had the spitter on that hit. Even if you weren't going to get the death charge, you should have at least just gone for a regular charge.
Hunter going in, landing onto Nick. Double cap with a spit onto one of the Hunters there. A lot of damage on the...
Oh, he missed it.
Fucking missing his pull, that's unfortunate. A lot of damage onto Nick though, bringing him down into the 50.
I mean, considering their ping overall, I don't think they're doing too bad besides Tosh. It's a little low, but the rest are relatively high for this tank.
Yeah. Unfortunately though, this tank is going to be pretty difficult to take with this ping. Boomer's setting up below, looking for a boom. He's actually going to land there onto Coach there. They're probably going to opt to kill this Horde before opening that door. That Horde with 200 ping and the very, very unstable tick rate is going to be devastating. Oh, yeah.
Tick rate's down again. Same area. Maybe it's a problem.
Maybe one of the
part of the
specs. I don't know what's happening right now. This is 20 tick right now. This is unbearable.
It's in the exact same spot. I know in the EU games for me, when we go up the Salt Hill, my game starts lagging really badly. Like
Honshin
seems to get a little frustrated.
Yeah, letting out his...
Ooh.
I don't think rushing tanks is actually against the rules, is it?
Ooh. Might need to...
Honshin needs to take a step back and calm down.
Yeah.
Tick rate
And we
seems to
have
be
seen some
stable
pretty
now.
bad etiquette from Polestar. I can understand why he's mad.
I mean, it's still lagging, so I don't...
Yeah, this is...
pretty unbearable. Maybe we should switch server here. This is ridiculous.
I think it's maybe when they're open, something to do with this door maybe. It seemed to calm down a bit. I'm not sure what the problem is.
Not even
Tank does teleport his way out like Houdini and managed to get out with only 3% chip, which is not too bad.
It's better now. I think it's just that tank spot. right there.
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with this event, like opening the door, because we saw the exact same thing in the exact same spot last round. So
Reloading.
Really nice boomer from behind the bow. They're gonna double boom. Tank's actually gonna commit there. That double boom with that ping of the and teleporting card, teleporting. This tick rate combined with the high ping is gonna be unbearable. Oh my god.
Survivors go up near that ramp and it just, this tick rate is just going horrible. 12 tick rate.
Stuck in the corner is Tank down to just over 2k. It's actually working in Survivor's favor right now, awkwardly. Boat landing, double charge with actually a pounce at the back as well. That's actually going to be a 2 in cap. Tosh is actually hoarded a little bit there. He's going to go for a rock onto Tosh, landing the rock onto him. He's going to opt to climb out, still with 2k HP, pretty healthy, and first pass. He's probably just going to play a rock tank now.
I would be requesting a restart or a server change after that.
We need a server change and restart that whole map and keep the scores.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. Both times that the teams went towards that door, the tick rate just ate shit.
Target seems to be saying the server owner reinstalled an update for the source mod 1.9, and apparently that has been causing the tick rate to drop rapidly at the door there.
Oh, come on.
Maybe the issue will be fixed right now. The tick rate does seem to be pretty stable, around 90 to 100, which is what we're expecting.
I mean, you're still fairly happy with how that went, considering the lag. Like, they can still make this map and get a bunch of points.
I think the
And
lag
this is a
actually...
close series, so...
I think the lag actually worked in their favor there, to be honest. The tank looked like he kept teleporting almost backwards there, and like he was getting stuck or something. That was...
Separation here in the front.
Rochelle still pulled. Nice charge, nice high cap with a double boom as well to stop them. Rochelle still pulled there in the corner. That's going to be a potential in cap with Rochelle. No, she does get cleared, but that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that was pretty devastating there. Muda and Naus, 2 players about to bleed into the slope. The brickyard here does have some pill spawns usually, so we'll see if they can get some, but that's a lot of damage.
They can't split up here again. They really need as many points from this as possible.
Yeah, hopefully Honshin learns from his mistake and actually tries to look for kills with his team this time.
Let's walk quickly.
Nice stumble into spit for the in cap and the jockey at the back. That's a double in cap again, and that's all the perm help.
Get your ass up now. Come on.
I gotta take better care of myself.
Hey y'all, I need some help.
Oh,
It's funny.
this is not happening. This is not happening.
This has definitely been the worst server we've seen so far in the tournament. Playing almost half of this chapter on 50 tick rates, not great. They are double in the corner. They're all in that little corner there with the comment coming in.
Separation jockeys. It's just
That's
dead.
actually a kill and coach. Francis almost dead as well. This is probably just going to be a... Lucky landing onto Rochelle for a couple more ticks of damage. I probably would have saved that and just hit with the team and gone for the full wipe, but...
Reloading!
So I was going to continue pushing on. Every meter they walk here, they're getting some distance. So everything they're doing right now is bringing them closer and closer towards bringing this game back. Hunter pre-spawned above, actually gets spotted and gets nicely skeeted by Tosh there. Charger lands on him at the back. The Spitter actually gets picked, I believe, and that is a pretty good take by Survivor. They're just going to continue waiting through the map here, getting more and more distance by the second.
Reloading here!
Reloading here.
Reloading!
Jockey at the front, or getting the kill, and that's gonna be the wipe. Yep.
They made
Still,
up 200 points though. So.
Yeah, they're slowly creeping their way forward. If they continue playing Infected how they've been playing it so far, and if Polestar continue to be in missed positions, this could be a comeback.
So should we go to another server, or we just kind of let it rock or whatever?
I mean, that is up to
Seems
the
like it was
teams.
maybe just that map.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's literally just that tank area there where the
I
tick
hope
rate
so,
was dropping.
'cause it was pretty bad.
If it happens again, then the teams have the right to request for a different server.
But yeah, sit
Ah,
there.
yes, thank you for reminding us for now.
I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Ah, nice. We've seen the first hit coming in straight away, actually, before I can even call. A nice skeet from Makari.
Oh,
Good
pound
fast
spit.
clear on. Some nice pound spit damage in the corner there. Actually, a decent amount of damage onto Nick/Bill there. They're going to continue to work their way through the map. Pretty good hit for what they had there.
Reloading. I'm a reload. Reloading.
Next hit going to be coming up here. Smoker Hunter, Boomer Charge. Not the most ideal hit for this area. They could try and make something.
Boomer pre-spawn. Look at that
Actually,
arc, misses.
missing the arc, yeah. Asashi coming in. Getting
spot,
the
nice two-cap there at the
nice
front.
2-cap there. A lot of separation. Once those two were together, but sadly they did get double capped. It's a lot of damage right there onto TB. Survivors are going to continue to move through the map. Tank almost up.
Gotta reload. Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
Hunter getting absolutely deleted out the air by Emilia and TB combined. That was some very nice synchronized skidding.
Oh, another good pop there from Polestar.
Very
Jockey
nice.
looking for a separation.
Spitter going for an awkward spree spit. Actually works. So Shell deciding to run through the spit for some reason. And they're going to push out here onto the boat. Tank up in the hands of Todd. Just see what he could do with his hittables on this tank.
Polestar look like they want to run back. They didn't like how they fought that tank there on the away server and just electing to take it all the way back. I think it's a bit safer of an area here.
Yeah, they're
Out in the
looking
open.
like they want to just AI this tank most likely. Actually, they're gonna send a hit to delay them, but sadly the smoker pool does miss, and the Charger and Hunter are just pouncing around, running around, not really doing much of anything. This tank might go AI here. He definitely won't have time to get the hittables that he wants for sure.
That's a good
Nice
pull in.
for Rochelle.
Reloading.
Good ski onto Muda by Emilia, didn't actually notice that. Tank is really far away. Yeah, she has sight now, but he's going to take a lot of chip to climb onto that roof. And he doesn't have enough frustration to go back and get his extra hittable, so he's not going to have much to work with. And his only hittable that's close by is going to be those dumpsters right there. He's going to take a lot of chip to work them in.
He's already 20% I don't know if he can Yeah, he can't even go for them, yeah.
That's really unfortunate. This tank is really hard to
Oh,
play.
the jockey at the car, though.
The jockey by the car. Tank actually ignoring the car. Amelia going for a very clutch ski onto Nofos. Actually managing to save his teammate in the process as well. Nice in cap onto Ellis there. The coach now getting punched across the map. Tank maybe trying to go for some sort of long arm onto Amelia here. Does miss the long arm. That's actually a lot of damage for what he had.
Yeah, it was. I thought he might have gone towards the car for the jockey, but he ended up getting the in-cap anyway on TB, so
Yeah.
it still worked out.
Amelia just clutched it for his team right there. That was almost a 2-cap next to a car. He got a clutch ski with the Uzi on the Hunter at like point blank range. It's really impressive stuff. Charger actually missing his charge spit there. That's unfortunate. Smoker getting completely picked off, and the Hunter's back.
Reload. I think I really hurt.
Hunter's gone back for a respawn. Next hit coming up right now. It's going to be a Hunter, Jockey Hunter, and a Boomer. Not too bad of a hit here. They're actually just going to send in nice and quick. A lot of pounce damage to the coach. Amelia's skeeting Todd. Boomer missing. Amelia is Uzi skeeting almost everything right now. She is not letting up.
Come on. It's all you.
Really impressive, yeah. I'd definitely say so far, for the last 2 chapters, Amelia's been the star player Survivor right now for Team Polestar. She's just been clutching it. So
yeah, that skeet on tank, that could have just straight up been a wipe if he didn't get that.
Yeah, that was really insane. It might just opt to maybe send Spitter in here and try go for a quad. See what they want to do. Looks like they're just going to save the Spitter here. I don't quite agree with that, but they do have the Smoker and the Charger here to make something work on the hill.
Just gonna take the horde. Oh, this.
Take the horde. They're actually going way too early with that hit. That was really bad there. TB nicely skiing that Hunter out.
Yeah, now Polestar are just gonna push this.
I do not agree with them hitting there. They were way too far down to the hill to do anything.
Especially on that kind of ping, like they're just gonna mow you down unless you're right there.
Playing 3 Uzis in the shotgun, when you're trying to come in with SI from that far away, they're just gonna melt you with the Zonemod Uzis. Now they're gonna push up, having taken the easy choke. You have a lot of nice double coming out by Muda.
They could get a good 3-cap here. They have 2 hunters and a jockey.
Amelia being passed. Nice double cap there. Nice, almost tri-cap actually.
And the proxy.
Pretty good damage for what they had. Double Hunter Jockey. It's not something that usually does a lot of damage.
Oh, I didn't think that was worth it. He should have just went back for the respawn on that jockey.
Yeah, that's not too good. No. Luckily, the Boomer did die 3rd last, so they're most likely not going to get it on the next hit. They're going to have most likely a trikeout. They do get the Charger that they need here with a Smoker. Let's see if they can maybe make something work here.
They might just get a Boomer. I think they have to go.
Smoker's actually going. Charger. That was a bit of miscommunication there. Smoker going solo. Hunter pouncing around. Charger getting melted. This is some really bad coordination for the SI right now. They're just going 1 by 1.
Yeah, they should have just waited to go inside or something. I don't know. Charger tried to jump out the window, and against this kind of team on low ping, they're just going to mow you down.
Yeah, at least have the Hunter going from behind for a distraction or something. Charger just went in by himself at the front and got absolutely mowed down. And that's gonna be safe from with a really nice total score of 3,227. This is not good for Team Big Flex right now.
Yeah, Big Flex need to make this map. I mean, if they take this tank fight at the boat or even at the back and take maybe 1 in-cap at the most, I could see them making it with a bigger bonus.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely, if they replicate what Polestar did and run it all the way back, they could probably take this tank a lot better than they did. They decided to run up to the tank way too close to him and get punched around, take way too much damage. Team Big Flex could definitely take this tank a lot better if they decide to run all the way back, but See how they take this first hit here. Hunter Spitter Jock. Not a great hit for the first one here. Let's see what they want to do with.
Reloading.
Hunter's coming in, actually landing a nice 80 damage DP onto Tosh with a spear on top. Jockey's struggling to land anything there, but that's a lot of damage onto Tosh once again.
Reloading.
Yeah, at Polestar's SI coordination has seemed pretty on point for most of this game.
Yeah, they seem to be playing very well. I think Team Big Flex have had some pretty shining moments with their SI. I think towards the end of this map here, they were slacking a little bit. Nice empty on the boomer though, that's really close. They're going to push on through. Knowing they have only 3 spawns, they might just decide to push straight inside.
They do have a charge spit for this hit, so you need to be careful.
Yeah, let's see how they do it. It looks like they are just playing super aggressive. They're just going to go straight inside. Charges actually...
It's not bad to hit inside here with a charge spit either. If they elect to do it, they could get a lot of damage in here.
Let's see. It looks like they are maybe looking for some sort of pull charge spit right now. Charger is looking for a spawn.
Hunter is pre-spawned at the back. Just
Actually attacking with this right now. Charger going in, actually missing barely. Nice
smoked him.
pull though into spit, yeah.
This right here messed some shit up.
Not too bad of damage there. The Charger actually missed Coach and got some nice punches, however, before he died. And they're probably going to be working towards this tank spawn. They might opt to just run it back. I think if I was Team Big Flex, I would definitely run this. Best chance.
I think they might be confident in how they fought it here early. The only problem they had earlier was Hornchen got a bit separated on the boat from his team. Other than that, they took it well.
Yeah. Nice tri-boom coming out. Good ski by Hornchen on Amelia. Really nice with that. Hello, Migo. Just looking back. Tank's actually climbing up onto the bridge. Gonna look for some sort of sight here. You can't really keep sound the survivors on this bridge because there's so much fog. It actually breaks your line of sight. He's actually gonna just work his dumpsters in now, which is I think is a good play. Dumpster coming really close, almost hitting Coach actually. Holy shit. Tank's gonna start throwing some rocks. Probably gonna work his next car in here. They have a jockey smoker charger. Not too bad for this open area here. Probably don't want a charger, but they made the charger work, or Team Big Flex made the charger work for their support. Smoker pre-spawn behind the boat, maybe just to keep the survivors away from playing aggressive.
They have done some decent preacher to this tank, so they can avoid these hittables. Tosh is up top though. Needs to be careful up here.
If I was the survivors, I would get the hell out of there right now. They are just being cornered by hittables. That's not good, and the support's actually going to start filling them in.
2k health this tank. If they can shut down the SI.
Tosh is pulled. They're looking for
this tank's just dead.
This tank is actually dead. Nice rocket to Rochelle. Tosh gets charged a million miles away. Survivor running towards the charge to clear it. There's actually
overall a pretty decent take, I feel like.
Quite a good take.
Stuff in the corner like that.
That looked very scary for the survivors. The tank had them pinned in that little corner area there with like 3 or 4 hittables.
Yeah, you had like 2 cars in the dumpster.
Yeah. Luckily though, they managed to focus the tank well enough to where they killed him before he could actually utilize off that separation on Tosh. So that's now going to push through here. Going to be seeing a 2-2 coming out. Spitter, Boomer, Hunter coming in. Spitter actually landing with Tosh in the spit.
Oh, he's stuck on the climb.
That's really unfortunate. That was a lot of damage onto Tosh. That's going to hit their DB pretty hard.
Now they need to be careful with this salt mine here.
Yeah, this.
They took it a bit aggressive last time.
Yeah, this hit here is pretty scary. They do have the Charger, Smoker, and Jockey, which is pretty much the perfect SI for the. They might opt to just sack this boom. That's what I'd be doing. They actually set the alarm car off.
Oh, nice pop there by Hornchen.
Good pop, but that alarm card's gonna slow them down. They're gonna have time to get that quad and get the perfect kill hit that they want. If I was Team Polestar, I would not send this hit in. Despite the alarm card horde, I would just let them bleed and save it for the hill. This is a really damn good hit for the...
And they have got the quad. This is a really decent set here.
Yeah, we could definitely see some amazing tricap coming at hell with an in-cap charge, potentially. Smoker actually coming in really early pull there. I don't agree with that pull. Charger actually going in and is not getting cleared. Jockey landing and Hunter landing for a 24 damage DP. That is a lot of damage coming off that hit, including damage onto the perm health.
I think once again they're just a bit too aggressive on that hill, like way too separated.
Got a smoke on the separation too.
Oh no, and the smoke. That's actually gonna make Coach slow. That's really unfortunate.
Shell is just hoarded.
Shell is hoarded.
Delay on the pickup as well.
That's actually an ink. This could probably be a wipe right now. Yeah.
I think she's about to get an ink up. Yeah.
That's 3 ink cabs. Coach at this point should honestly just pick up.
Amelia's about to be up.
Should definitely get show up. Yeah, those players are dead. Charger should set up behind them right now on top of the hill and just kill them potentially here.
I'm not sure if it's like lack of map knowledge. Like, do they not know that you can fight out that horde, or were they just?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Seems to be they just push up without acknowledging that there is a horde, and it's screwing them over. Horde with that ping is nasty. They're actually setting the hit in right now. Charger misses, but the 2-cap does land. That's the wipe. Again, once again, making the same mistakes on the away server that they did on the home server, playing super aggressive on this hill with Horde up, and now with the 200 ping as well. Horde on that hill is just devastating.
They did have, I think it was around 700 bonus before that hill hit as well, so they could have at least matched Polestar on this map.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And this finale, you don't see many teams making a comeback on this finale. It's just way too difficult with the 3 tanks. I see
3
this
tanks is going to be rough.
Yeah, I see this being a Polestar game, honestly. I see them just winning this series.
True. I feel like they should have played it a lot more safer on a lot of places, but...
Yeah, they should have ran back, taken the horde nice and slowly. They knew they had a quad, but they still rushed the hill for some odd reason with the common.
Or even like a lot of teams you see just like push around the base of the hill. Like they just kind of went straight up to where they could, the spawns could just spawn on the other side.
Yeah. Ready up, Migo. First hit here, we're going to be seeing a Smoker Hunter, Boomer Hunter. Again, a pretty bad hit for this safe room, but we'll see what they can do out of it. Maybe they can get some damage passes. Looks like they are going to be saying they're hitting. Hunter's getting absolutely deleted out the air. That was a really nice synchronized skeet there. Skeets, sorry. And so I'm just going to push on through with only Chip really on the Akari. And looks like they're gonna elect to start maybe they're starting the middle generator first again. I don't actually agree with starting the middle one first. I like to start the one on the far left first, but
I think they're gonna take it into this corner, fight the first tank, and then hopefully just do that next generator down there.
I want to get nicely skidded out of the air by Zed. Good separation jockey onto Rochelle, but tank is up in the hands of Hornshin again. Probably their best tank. Let's see what he can make out of this. Looks like he's just gonna throw some rocks from. I see a lot more and more Asian teams taking it in this kind of open area here. I actually prefer to take it out by the playground personally. See what they can do with it.
Yeah, we've seen a few teams take it here, and if you can, you know, avoid eating those hittables, tank does melt pretty quick.
Boomer going in, missing the arc boom sadly, though, a bit too far. Thanks to the keep throwing rocks, he's taking a little bit of chip there. Actually down to 5.6k. Now losing frustration, he's almost onto second pass actually. They know there's no boomer, so there's no risk of LOSing right now. And he's actually gonna start working his hittables in. He knows that he's about to go second. He has the setup that he wants. Charger, Hunter, Smoke is pretty good for this, and he's just gonna start working his hittables in.
We did see Haunch get a good hittable last time he played this tank.
Yeah, actually, you got that clutch one on the gun.
He's getting it.
Oh, actually very close. He's gonna work this dumpster, and let's see where this one goes. Actually hitting the mask pole there. That's unfortunate.
He's careful of his loss here.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of chip.
Taking a lot of chip, and his frustration is very low. He needs to just probably forget about this dumpster and just go in.
It's not working out for him right now.
I think his next car is actually landing onto Nick.
Another clutch car from Haunch, and maybe you go for the kill.
He actually has enough HP. If his support helps him out right now while he grinds, actually not even shooting the tank right now. That is a full kill.
Okay, let's see how this support helps out on this tank.
Thanks, just gonna start working his hittables in again.
He doesn't have any hittables over here, so it's a good spot for that.
He's hitting a lot of his car, so he should be able to catch him out of position here, maybe with a bit of separation. Oof.
Oh, almost landing at the back.
Oh, that's a good smoke.
And the tank is actually dead. Nice DP though onto Akari with some punches from the charge and an actual charge with a slam as well. That's a lot of damage from that first tank.
Yeah, they definitely needed that kill from that because he took a lot of pre-chip trying to get those hittables in.
Yeah. That's also why I prefer the playground as well. You kind of eliminate the hit possibility of hittables, really. Yeah.
I think he hit all the hittables except for this car.
Hit all his dumpsters.
They have one dumpster down in that area and
one dumpster above and the car where they are right now. Hit going in, nice hunter onto Richard, nice jockey, but very fast clears, not really any significant damage coming out, and they're probably going to spawn the tank up any second now.
believe this car at the top of this road here might be hittable as well, but
yeah, it is.
Tank's just straight in.
Yeah, he's just in, up in the hands of no foes. We've already seen him to have some pretty good hittable control. Let's see what he wants. Nice long arm onto Ellis. Another long arm there, making him slow. He's probably just going to secure that in cap.
Oh, he's missed.
Hunter, Coach trying really hard to skeep this Hunter. Actually,
that's going to be a wipe.
That is a wipe. Nice 3-cap coming out. Really good effective play by Team Big Flex, but they still have them.
These guys are only up by like, well, how much? Like,
the difference now plus 400 around.
Yeah.
I think first game score they only had a 204 difference.
Yeah, something like that. But they still have a mountain to climb. This finale on ping is really damn difficult.
3 tanks.
Yeah, I don't see them making. I don't see them making this comeback. They got to make safe room with like 200 or 300 bonus to win. I believe it's. Just, I don't see it happening.
Don't you gotta like sacrifice a teammate too?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's
you lose a fair bit from that actually.
Yeah, I don't think it's a chance to get this comeback.
But either way, Big Flex have putting up a really good fight against Team Polestar. They've actually played very well in their away game, surprisingly. Polestar seems to have slacked off on their home game a little bit, actually playing like worse.
Both teams on the ping have played a bit better.
Which is very weird to me, in my opinion. I
think Flex just maybe weren't really prepared in the first couple maps. They looked a bit sloppy, especially on Survivor. They were eating some
not just
really
sad, but
weird
also
tri-caps.
Yeah, also the lack of map knowledge as well. They seem to have just maybe learnt the map almost a little bit more during the home game. They seem to know the map a bit better on their away game because they're playing Infected a lot better. First hit here is Smoker Boomer Hunter. Right now Ellis is just trying to bait out any potential pounces. You're gonna see the hit coming in now. Smoker going for a pull. Hunter again just deleted out the air by Hornshin. That's what he's very well known for, is those ski. And one single boom landing out onto Ellis. The Survivor's pretty good take, actually a lot less damage than Polestar took, and they're just gonna push out.
So key here is this first tank. They really need to shut down this first tank with, I'd say, an in-cap at most to have much of a chance.
Yeah, this is looking pretty crazy. Nice jockey onto Coach there for a couple of ticks. Might just opt to send a pound spit onto them as they start this generator. Indeed, that's what it looks like they're about to do. Landing a 17 damage DP with spit. I believe he won't take damage. Oh, he is taking damage. And the double charge. And the slam, Jesus. With the if the spit saved for that double charge, that would have been huge.
We have to remember that this is all the pills they have, so they're already down one set.
That's really unfortunate.
I think they need to play aggressive here on this tank and do a lot of chip. They can't really afford to just let the tank come in and punch them.
Yeah.
If I was Team Polestar, I'd just be telling my tank to just commit.
Actually, some nice scratches coming out from the Infected team. Lots and lots of chip coming out onto Team Big Flex. It's not looking too good here. This tank is gonna have to do a lot of work, but there's a decent amount of pre-tank damage. It doesn't look like he's gonna need to punch them too much to get some in-caps out on these survivors.
Reloading.
Tank should be up any second now. A little bit of horde coming in from the generator being started. Actually, we're looking at a hit. Charger actually landing with the spit on top onto Nick with a slow get up. That is a lot of damage onto, I believe that is Buddha. Tank is up in the hands of ZZZ. Looks like he's working his hittables in already, playing very aggressive. Actually
Might
missing
just be
the ladder.
to drag out this tank. Play rock for as long as possible.
Yeah, looks like he wants to keep some sight here. Maybe let his team get a couple of hits before commit. That's what we're seeing. Some hunters coming in. Nice insta clear onto that tank. Rock missing. Jockey getting shut down. Hunter getting cleared. Pretty good take by the survivors there. Now they're just gonna hard LOS. They know spawns are down. They need to be careful of that hedge, however. The rocks can actually hitbox you over that hedge if you're not careful.
I'm a reload.
Whew. That'll keep it tight.
Reloading.
Dom's actually flying in. Coach being saved by the mask ball right there, and he's just gonna start working his tank, his hittables in from the street.
Survivors need to be careful. This boomer looking for that truck spawn. If they get pushed back into it.
Oh no, first a very slow hitter. Boomer landing onto him. Horshin completely pulled a mile away from his team. They are gonna get the clear, but not without the charger. Charger actually whips on Horshin there. Tank is trying to make something work here. Support is almost sacking his tank at this point.
I think this is already too much.
Oh,
another one.
That was probably one of the best dumpsters I've seen for a while. Really good hittable onto, I believe that was Honshin. Nice pull onto Nick. He does get cleared, however, before the Hunter lands.
This is just GG.
And that is the wipe.
This is GG.
Anybody want to lend me a hand here?
That is the GG.
It's definitely a good game, though.
That was a very good game. That was very close for actually a long time. Very intense game. Even quite surprised how evenly matched these two teams were. Right?
Yeah, I think maybe with a bit more preparation, On this map, I think Big Flex could have potentially won this game.
Definitely.
I think if they had a bit more map knowledge, they definitely would have done a lot better, made more distance on some of the maps, and potentially even won. It was still a very close game in the end anyway. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was game 8 of the tournament. There will be some more matches next week. I believe that's all the matches for next weekend. There should be some matches coming in, but thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that game. Goodbye.